Test. 1, 2. Test. Test.
acting like they know me, dawg. Don't just say it down, you gotta show me. You gotta bring the clip back empties. You asked to see the ball, so they sent me, dawg. I just broke her off with a 10-piece, dawg. There ain't nothing, I'm just being friendly, dawg. Just a little 10-piece for it, just to blow it in the mall. Doesn't mean that we involved. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't going playing ball, but I'll show you how to gotta do it if you really wanna ball. Till you fall when you're back against the wall, and a bunch of need you to go away. Still going bad on them anyway. Saw you last night, but did it all day. Yeah, a lot of murder caught me in a hallway. Got a sticky and I keep it at my dog's place. Girl, I left you love it magic, not saw shade. Still going bad on you anyway. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can
Cardinal Band. Good evening and welcome to the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham joining you from Coach Kenny Deal Stadium as your Cardinals are back home tonight for a non-district matchup against the Royse City Bulldogs. Your Melissa Cardinals are 2-0 on this season, ranked number 1 in the state of Texas in Class 5A Division II football. Cardinals had a big season opening victory here 2 weeks ago in the season opener and stadium opener, defeating the Argyle Eagles. And then last week on the road after a long bus ride, the Cardinals made their way down to the Waco area. Melissa defeated China Spring by a score of 63-33. As always this season, I'm joined by Ross Graham. Ross, give us a bit of a recap of that victory over China Spring.
The Cardinals played excellently against China Spring. They came into China Spring with the mentality that they were going to be favorites, even though China Spring was ranked number 1 in 4A Division I. They came in the mentality that they were going to win. They believed they could win, and they executed their game plan perfectly. There were some penalties, as a lot of Cardinal fans noticed. There were penalties, some that were more deserving than others, some that people may not have agreed with, but Coach Nally was very adamant that he wanted to preach to his teammates not to punish them, but to educate them. He wanted them to learn a lesson. That's his role as a coach, he believes, is to teach them a lesson, not just as a football player, but for the rest of their lives. And additionally, the two Cardinals MVPs for the game we had on the offensive side, we had Carson Maynard. Coach Nally talked about them during our Cardinal scoreboard show on Monday night. He said that Carson was a selfless leader, a teammate. He leads by example. And he said Jake was what he calls the QB. Jake Patusek, that's right. He calls him the quarterback of the DBs. He reads a play. He lets the DBs know where to go, what routes to go, what coverage to go in. So Coach Nally spoke very highly of them. They both played very excellently. Carson had almost 200 yards receiving, and Jake had a forced fumble. They both played excellently against China Spring. Melissa was able to pass the ball excellently, and the Cardinals came in and executed their game plan perfectly and are ready to set up for another win tonight.
Cardinals were a run-heavy team in the victory over Argyle. They were a pass-heavy team in the victory over China Spring, showing that the offense can do what it needs to do. As Jason Russell, the offensive coordinator, likes to say, we'll take what they give us. And so Nate Adejoka was the offensive player of the game in the victory over Argyle, and they had a dominant running performance, but then the offensive player of the game over the victory in China Spring, as we mentioned, was Carson Maynard, who had 3 touchdown catches, 3 of the 5 touchdown passes from Trevor Ham. So we're getting you ready for tonight's game, the 5A Melissa Cardinals hosting the 6A Royse City Bulldogs. And it is the final non-district game of the year, but tonight is also senior night. Now, in the old days, there was one senior night per season, and it was held at the last home game of the year. But now, as Melissa has grown, there are more sports and lots more athletes. So there will be 2 senior nights this season, one in September and one in October. And so, Ross Graham, you are a senior in high school at Melissa High School. Talk about how you've looked at senior night from the past, and now as a senior, how do you look at it?
Yes, I can recall from going all the way back to elementary school, it was always the cool seniors who got to walk on the field, and I always dreamt about one day being one of them. So to be able to sit here and then sit on the field and walk across as a senior is truly special. It's nostalgic of all the memories we've had with my teammates and with all the Melissa Cardinals for the 15 years I've been here, and I know it's the same for them. It's also a way for younger Cardinals below me and below everyone else to look up to them as role models as well. So it's really a special night. It's looking forward to all of our futures, how we're going to take what we learned as a Melissa Cardinal and use it in our future. It's a celebratory moment from our past here in Melissa, and it's looking forward to an exciting future for all of us as well.
Senior night is a big thing. The parents will be down on the field escorting their players. All kinds of sports will be represented tonight and in next month's senior night. And so in just a few moments, you're going to get to witness these senior night activities. You'll hear from public address announcer George James as the players and their families are introduced. Remember our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We love to hear from you. Tell us where you're watching or listening from. You can always send us your comments and tell us who your favorite Cardinal is. We love to hear from you. One more time, I'll tell you, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Your number 1 ranked Melissa Cardinals hosting the Royse City Bulldogs for the 2nd time ever. It is senior night here in Melissa, Texas. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham on the Melissa Cardinals Network. In just a moment, you'll get to enjoy the exciting festivities of senior night right here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium in Melissa, Texas.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
the Melissa ISD will be honoring student athlete, seniors, and those that are participating in cross country, those that are athletic trainers, cheerleading, and football. We ask that you hold your applause until each sport is announced. First up is cross country, and our first athlete is Ross Graham. Ross is escorted by his parents, Trey and Bretta Graham. Ross' plans after high school are to major in exercise physiology with a focus in human performance and pursue a career in sports medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, Ross Graham. Parker Hultgren. Parker plans to attend BYU and pursue a degree in automotive engineering, and he is being escorted by Amy and Chris Hultgren. Ladies and gentlemen, Parker Hultgren. Adams Odiombo. Adam is being escorted by Soa Odiombo and Paul Odiombo. Adam's plans after high school are to further his academic and athletic career and major in cyber security. Adam Odiombo. Logan Touch. He's being escorted by Kimberly Touch and John Touch. After high school, Logan plans on furthering his academic and athletic career. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Touch. Ariana Fitzgerald, being escorted by Angie Fitzgerald and Kevin Fitzgerald. After high school, Ariana plans to study history at a university. Ladies and gentlemen, Ariana Fitzgerald. Hallie Hendrickson, being escorted by her parents, Rendell and Katie Hendrickson. After high school, she plans on playing college soccer while studying kinesiology to become a chiropractor. Ladies and gentlemen, Hallie Hendrickson. And ladies and gentlemen, big hand for, that was all of our cross-country athletes. Now for our athletic trainers, starting off, Jack O'Connor. He's being escorted by Jack and Davina O'Connor, his parents. Jack plans on going to college and getting a degree in kinesiology. Jack O'Connor. Ava Day. Ava is being escorted by her mom, Rachel Overton, and her dad and stepmom, Larry and Megan Day. Ava has been a proud Cardinal since kindergarten at Harry McKillop. She is an active member of HOSA, and has enjoyed her 6 years as a student athletic trainer. She plans to pursue a career in the medical field. Ladies and gentlemen, Ava Day. Bailey Mullen, being escorted by her parents, Tim and Judy Mullen. Bailey plans to attend the University of Texas to begin her career of becoming a certified athletic trainer. Hook 'em. Ladies and gentlemen, Bailey Mullen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our trainers. Give a big hand. And now for our cheer, Alexis Kiefer. She's a co-cheer captain, and she's being escorted by Mark and Carrie Kiefer. Alexis is a member of NHS, Interact, and HOSA. She plans on attending BYU and majoring in business. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexis Kiefer. America Zettler. She's 2 years on varsity. She's being escorted by Charlotte and Tim Zettler. America is a member of NHS, HOSA, and Student Council. She plans on attending Texas Tech University to major in nursing and become a pediatric nurse. America Zettler. Ann Garrett. She's being escorted by David and Lane Garrett. Ann is president of the Perspective Club, communications officer for Interact, and a member of NHS. She plans to become a traveling surgical nurse. Ann Garrett. Claire Garland. She's a co-cheer captain. She's being escorted by Chris and Susan Garland. Claire is a member of NHS and Interact, and she plans to major in education and teach high school math. Ladies and gentlemen, the birthday girl, Claire Garland. Grace Dillon Wilson, 3 years on varsity, escorted by Hope and Doreen Thompson. Dillon's president of the prom committee and is a varsity long jumper. She plans on having fun, learning and growing to become a civil rights attorney and an advocate for deaf citizens. Grace Dillon Wilson. JoJo Miller. This is her 3rd year on the varsity. She's being escorted by Doyle and Carrie Miller. JoJo is president of Student Council, 2nd year as vice president of Interact Club, representative on the Spirit Council, and a member of NHS. She plans to attend Oklahoma State University and major in psychology. JoJo Miller. Madison Barnett. This is her 2nd year on varsity, being escorted by Josh and Jessica Barnett. Madison is currently cheering on a Level 6 Worlds team at Cheer Athletics. She plans to pursue a degree in business. Madison Barnett. Mason Clark. Cheer captain, being escorted by Michael and Stephanie Clark. He plans to cheer in college and major in business. Mason Clark. Michael Bolding, 1st year on the varsity, being escorted by Chad and Carmel Bolding. Michael is a member of the Mighty Cardinal Band and Pals. He plans on attending DBU and major in ministry. Michael Bolding. Sydney Sweat, 3 years on varsity, being escorted by Sam and Shannon Sweat. She plans on attending Collin College to study business and to become an English teacher. Sydney Sweat. Victoria Goodrich, 3 years on varsity, escorted by Corey and Anna Goodrich. Victoria is a 2-time All-American cheerleader. She plans on attending the University of Arkansas and major in radiology. Victoria Goodrich. Riley Addison Brown, 1 year on varsity, escorted by mom Bridget Nichols, sister Alyssa, Aunt Hillary Cole, Uncle Craig Cole. Riley is a member of the Melissa Choir and powerlifting. She plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas to study psychology and counseling. Riley Addison Brown. Emma Hernandez, 2 years on varsity, escorted by Wesley and Monica Hernandez. Emma is a 2-time regional powerlifter. She plans on attending Angelo State University to pursue a career in nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Hernandez. And that was the end of cheer. Let's give them a big hand. Now for the football seniors. First up, Will Hernandez. Will's being escorted by Wesley and Monica Hernandez. He plays slot receiver, number 29. William has been a part of the wrestling team and a teen leader at St. Gabriel's Church in McKinney. He plans to enlist in the Air Force and pursue a career in the medical field. Will Hernandez. Andrew Baxley, being escorted by Joseph and Casey Baxley and his brother Thomas. He was our first youth coach. Andrews plans to attend the University of Louisiana in Monroe, where he was recruited into their coaching program. Andrew Baxley. Alex Ruiz, being escorted by Leslie and Eddie Ruiz. He's number 99, plays nose guard. He also does wrestling. After school, he plans to major in electrical engineering. Alex Ruiz. Jack Harris, being escorted by Chad and Robin Harris. Number 90, plays nose guard. He's a part of FCA, and he plans to do whatever God directs him to do in whatever way he leads him. Jack Harris. Cash Level. His parents, Justin and Julie Level. Number 88, plays receiver. He's a member of the Young Men's Service League and City Church Youth. Plans to attend Texas Tech University after graduation and pursue a degree in business marketing. Cash Level. Michael Ajayi, being escorted by Joy Johnson, plays tight end and is number 81. Michael's also a certified clinical medical assistant. And after high school, he plans to attend college. Michael Ajayi. A.J. Cole, being escorted by Stephen Cole, Christy Cole, and his brother Andrew. Number 72 on the offensive and defensive line. A.J. plans to attend Collin College and get a degree in business. A.J. Cole. Alex Luna, being escorted by his mom, Cindy Galvin. Number 61, and plays on the offensive line. He plans to become a doctor and help people in need. Alex Luna. Jacob McDowell, being escorted by Jason and Carrie McDowell. Number 54, plays right tackle on the offensive line. He's also a part of the Melissa High School baseball team. After high school, he plans to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering. Jacob McDowell. Jordan Hernandez, escorted by Tim and Ingracia Hernandez. Number 53, plays linebacker. And after high school, plans to attend college. Jordan Hernandez. Hayden Solomon, and escorted by Sydney and Diedrich Solomon. Number 52, and plays nose guard. He's also a member of the Cardinal fishing team. Plans to attend college and get his welding certificate after high school. Hayden Solomon. Luke Damel, been escorted by Mom Stacy Damel and Dad Nathan Damel. He's part of he's number 50, on the offensive line and also plays on the defensive line. He's also a part of NHS, the Interact Club, and powerlifting. Plans on pursuing a degree in chemical engineering at the college that gives the most scholarship money. Luke Damel. Romeo Garcia, being escorted by Ryan Garcia, his father, and Jennifer Gentry, his mother. He's number 46, plays outside linebacker. After high school, he plans to attend college. Romeo Garcia. Miles O'Neill, being escorted by Jason and Amy O'Neill. Number 42, and plays outside linebacker and some middle linebacker. He's also a member of the National Honor Society. Plans to attend Oklahoma State University to pursue a degree in business. Miles O'Neill. Carter James Anderson, been escorted by Brittany James Logston and Andrew Anderson, his bonus parents, Ryan Logston and Stephanie Anderson. Plays number 37, plays receiver, part of the Tech Theater, Ultimate Frisbee, and attends Kings Trail Cowboy Church. After graduation, he plans on getting a business and project management along with an association degree in culinary arts. Carter James Anderson. Micah Finan, escorted by Carlene and Ryan Finan. Number 33, plays middle linebacker. Micah plans to attend Arizona State University and pursue his commercial pilot's license. Micah Finan. Bishop Curry, the fifth, escorted by Bishop and Tia Curry. Number 32, plays running back. He also does track and CYCA. Plans to study psychology after high school. Bishop Curry. DK Peanut Abrams, being escorted by his parents, Tyonic and Desiree. He's number 31, plays defensive end and running back. And after high school, he plans on attending college. DK Abrams. Connor Betts, escorted by his parents, Jody and Mike McInnes, and Matt and Jen Betts. Number 30, plays running back. He's a part of McKinney and Chaos Lacrosse. Plans to go to a university yet to be determined for a business degree. Connor Betts. Jason Ananobi, being escorted by Innocent Ananobi, Onika Obichi. He's number 30. He's number 22 on the football team. Plans to attend Texas Tech University for a chemical engineering. Jason Ananobi. Orrin Abel, being escorted by Dad Kenny Abel and his mom Sarah Abel. Number 18, plays on the defensive line. Also a part of the baseball and National Honor Society. Plans after high school, plans to play college baseball. Orrin Abel. Kennedy Brantley, being escorted by Erica Richardson and Terrence Brantley. Number 14, plays wide receiver. Plans to attend college and major in sports medicine. Kennedy Brantley. Cody Scanlon, escorted by Chris and Brittany Scanlon and his little brother Corbin Scanlon. Number 11, plays wide receiver. Cody's also a member of the National Honor Society, Plans to attend Texas A&M and major in aerospace engineering. Cody Scanlon. Carson Everhart Maynard. Been escorted by Kevin and Kaylee Maynard. He's number 9, plays wide receiver. He's also a part of NHS, Interact, and PALS. Plans to play Division I college football and study kinesiology. Carson Maynard. Gunnar Wilson, escorted by Kirby and Tawny Wilson. He's number 7, plays linebacker, tight end. He's one of the captains and is a member of the Cardinal Council. Gunnar is committed to Oklahoma State University and plans to pursue a degree in business. Gunnar Wilson. Trevor Ham, being escorted by Chris and Krista Ham. He's number 6, plays quarterback, and he's also Cardinal Council, part of the Young Men's Service League. And after high school, he plans to attend college and play football. Trevor Ham. Jackson Ford, escorted by Stephen and Shannon Ford. He's number 5, plays tight end. Plans to play football at the University of Oregon and obtain a MBA. Jackson Ford. Christian Turner, escorted by Kendrick and Natalie Turner. Number 4, plays wide receiver on the team. He's part of the honor roll and recipient of College Board National African American Recognition Program Award for High Scholastic Achievement. Currently holds 10 offers to play college football. He plans to study business administration. Christian Turner. Nathan Adejokin. Been escorted by Adelie Adejokin. Number 3, plays running back. After high school, he wants to play college football and get his master's degree. Nathan Adejokin. Lincoln Dunn, being escorted by his parents, Rich and Sophia Dunn. Number 1, and plays wide receiver. He's a part of Fortnite and esports. After high school, he plans to serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and play D1 college football somewhere awesome. Lincoln Dunn. Landon Brando, being escorted by Doug and Heather Brando. His number is 0, plays safety. He plans to attend college and continue playing football. Landon Brando. Nigel Smith II. Being escorted by Nigel's parents, Nigel and Carrie Smith, along with his 4 younger siblings, Caden, Kennedy, Christian, Nehemiah. He's part of, number 2 on the football team. He's a defensive end, part of the Cardinal Council. Nigel also plays varsity basketball in the 9th, 10th, and 11th and is part of PALS. After high school, he plans to attend the university and play football while getting his business degree and real estate license.
Everybody knows who he is. I mean, everybody in Melissa knows his name in this high school. They know he's going to make plays.
The type of player Nigel is he's one of the most determined people that I've ever come across. I mean, but his tenacity, his drive to be the best, you know, he puts in hours in the weight room, you know, rehab and preventative care, just working on his mobility and working on his craft that a lot of people don't understand, you know. People think, you know, hey, he's just that good, or there are these kids on that level of white man. It takes a lot of hours doing those things, and he's driven. I mean, I have to tell him to stop doing certain things, come home, man. You can't do all that to rest.
You know, when he leaves here, I think it's gonna cast a big shadow.
He has his presence. And one of the things he's always said, the sport is all about me. And some people may think that's selfish. But he broke it down and says that me stands for maximum effort. He's that guy. He brings it.
Be in a loop, she be in a group. Brody want a friend, throwing alley-oop. Turn something to nothing, bro, I'm living proof. How can I lose when we the who's?
Boys is getting quiet, going to get crunk. Head back to Longview, Kelly popping trunk. I ain't even tripping, riding and I'm sipping. Let me come through, 4-4, steady tipping. I'm letting you laugh, watch the trunk crack. Let me sit sideways, CB running back. Maybe AP, maybe AD. I ain't even tripping cause we some athletes. Let me sit sideways in the big Benz. Oh, you boys, they my brothers, they my friends. Oh, you boys, they my brothers, they my friends.
Congratulations to all our Melissa Cardinal seniors. Thank you so very, very much. We've enjoyed you very, very much.
Let's go!
Good evening and welcome to the Melissa Cardinals Network. Welcome to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium on a Friday night as your Melissa Cardinals hosting the Royse City Bulldogs. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham joining you from our brand new booth and our brand new facility, and we are so glad you are spending your Friday evening with us. This is the third game of the 2023 season. Your Melissa Cardinals are 2-0. And the final non-district game of the season. This is senior night in Melissa, Texas. And if you've been with us during our pregame activities, you've seen the Melissa Cardinals high school seniors from various sports and activities were just introduced. And it is time for football here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. Ross Graham, as we get ready for the kickoff, your thoughts getting ready for the matchup with the Bulldogs?
Yes, sir. It's going to be a great game. These are two very talented teams. They're going to run very similar defenses. I'll talk about that more as the broadcast goes along. But it's going to be a great night of football. Two very good teams. Royse City is a 6A team, so that'll be a fun challenge for the Cardinals, and it's going to be a great night of football.
We are very glad you are joining us tonight. The Royse City fans are making their way in. On the visitor side, you see the Royse City band there at the top left of your screen on the upper level of the visitor side. And you can see the Melissa High School Choir forming down at the bottom left of your screen. They will be performing the national anthem here in just a moment. And the visiting team, the Royse City Bulldogs, will be coming in through their inflatable tunnel, and they will be entering the field and will be ready for the coin toss in just a few moments. Our officials tonight.
Test.
There
1,
you
2.
go. There's
Test,
the
test.
Royse City Bulldogs entering. And our officials tonight are from the Dallas Football Association. Our referee is John Penn. And we'll give you the rest of the officials here in just a few moments. And the Royse City Band is going to be playing their school song at this time for the Melissa High School. Choir performs the national anthem. The Royse City Bulldogs in their white over white with the gold helmets and the black numerals, as you can see. And the Melissa Cardinals tonight, as your home team, are in the red jerseys, black pants, black helmets. Your captains for the Cardinals, Nigel Smith,
For
Owen
this game
Hollenbeck,
between
Gunnar
the
Wilson, and
Royse
Jackson
City Bull-
Ford. For the Royse City Bulldogs, Austin Reynolds, Angel Cruz, Darren Thomas, making their way down to discuss with our referee, John Penn, along with the rest of our officials. Our umpire is Myron Clay. The headlinesman is Shane Lawrence. The line judge is Brandon Johnson. The back judge is Gary DePel. The side judge is Reginald Andrews. And the field judge is Robert Frazier. We are looking forward to a very exciting game tonight. And our referee, Mr. Penn, the man in the white hat.
Royse City has won the toss. They will receive. Shake hands, guys. Good luck.
As you can hear from Mr. Penn, Royse City has won the toss and chosen to receive here in the first half. They chose to take the football, and the Bulldogs will be on offense first. Your Cardinals defense will be on the field first. We are so glad you are spending your Friday evening with us. The Cardinals have had a great season, a big victory in the season opener and stadium opener over the Argyle Eagles 2 weeks ago. And they had a victory on the road over China Spring down in McLennan County in the Waco area. And the score was 63-33 a week ago over the China Spring Cougars. It has been a wonderful night already, senior night here in Melissa, Texas. There will be 2 senior nights this season, one in September, one in October, and that's due to the growth of the program. There's more teams and more athletes than ever before, and so there will be 2 senior nights tonight.
Here come your Melissa Cardinals coming out of their run-through tunnel. They'll be entering the field in just a moment. Coach Nally and his team fired up, ready to go, carrying the Fred Lewis flag and entering through the tunnel, down the hill, and onto the field. And here they come.
Above all else, play with perfect effort.
Above all else, best is the standard.
Above all else, love your brother.
Above all else, win.
Your Melissa Cardinals making their way onto the field as the home team tonight. The team is ready for the national anthem, the opening prayer here in the stadium. We are so glad you are joining us tonight on the Melissa Cardinals Network. It is a big matchup between the Class 5A Melissa Cardinals, the Class 6A Royse City Bulldogs. The second time these teams have ever played one another. They met one season ago in a non-district game, and here they are for the rematch tonight. There's the mighty Cardinal Band in the south end zone. They are playing the team in. We are so glad to be spending this Friday evening with you. There's one of the new players, D.K. Abrams, you just saw, number 31, affectionately known as Peanut by his teammates. And now it is time for the opening prayer and the national anthem here in the stadium. So I'll turn your attention to the public address system, and we'll be back for the opening kickoff right after this.
Please remain standing as the Melissa High School Choir, under the direction of Victoria Kinsick, leads us in our national anthem.
I welcome you tonight. Please bow your heads with me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to gather here this evening and enjoy a wonderful Friday night together. Please pray that there will be no harm or accidents tonight and that everyone here will be protected. And bless the athletes participating, both from Melissa and Royse City, that they will be able to perform at the best of their abilities without any injuries and in a sportsmanlike manner. And thank you to all those people that have made this wonderful night possible. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Through
Welcome back to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. It is time for the opening kickoff. Your Melissa Cardinals will be on defense first tonight, as the Royse City Bulldogs have chosen, that is, to receive the opening kickoff. Outstanding performance by the Melissa High School Choir on the national anthem, and we are ready to get this game underway. It is a warm night tonight here in Melissa, Texas. 105 degrees, but it feels like 106, as they say. And there is a bit of a breeze. We were down on the field earlier, and there is a bit of a breeze, but it just makes it really windy and hot tonight. We're so glad you're joining us as the Cardinals kickoff team coming down our keys to the game as we get you ready for this opening kickoff. Ross Graham, walk us through these.
Our first key to the game is going to be protecting the new house. That's Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. We're 1-0 in this stadium. We don't want to change that. We want to keep our win streak alive. I know it's only been one game, but it's sacred, and we want to get back a victory in our house. We want to dominate their young quarterback. He's inexperienced. I'll talk about that as the broadcast goes along. And then we want to control the line of scrimmage. Their strength is going to be the offensive line. We want to dominate that. We want to dominate the inexperienced players, and we'll be good to go.
It is time for the opening kickoff. Your Cardinals will be going right to left on your radio dial, putting the ball on the tee. Number 80, the junior kicker, Nicholas Hernandez. And the ball game is underway. It's a deep kick. And it'll be taken at the Bulldog 2-yard line up the right hash to the 10 and 15. Makes a man miss, and good kick coverage by the Cardinals. He'll be taken down short of the 20-yard line, and the Cardinals defense comes out on the field.
Great tackle on the kickoff by Miles O'Neill. Great kick team there, and good tackle on the first play.
No score, just underway. There's 12 minutes and a quarter in high school football here in the great state of Texas. And we are just underway as the Cardinals defense, led by defensive coordinator Nate Hemsley, will be taking the field right now. 3-4 defensive alignments. Here is the first play of the game from the 19-yard line. Shotgun, 2 receivers to either side, and there's the handoff going right, and quickly taken down at the 20 for a single yard.
Tackle there by the middle linebacker, Jason Cave.
Just underway, 2nd down and 9. The Royse City Bulldogs. No huddle, but straight to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, 9. Hand the ball off going left. Trying to turn the corner. Is able to do so and picks up about 8 yards on the carry. That's Brennan Anderson on the run for the Bulldogs.
And that was Christian Turner on the tackle for the Cardinals. Great to have him back in the starting lineup for the Cardinals. He's a great corner out coming from McKinney last year. Great to have him back.
Third. The snap is over the head of the quarterback for the Bulldogs. He recovers it in the end zone. It is a safety, and the first 2 points on the board for the Cardinals. 2 points for a safety, and the defense does a great job here to start this ball game.
From a quarterback standpoint, it's safer in that case to fall on the ball if you're the quarterback than to try to get up and make a play. So that was a smart move by Jace Oliver, the Royse City quarterback. He'd rather give the Cardinals 2 points than potentially 7 points. So it was a great play by him, given his circumstances. And now most Cardinals will get to have the ball on offense only a minute into the game.
2-0 is the lead for your Cardinals as the game is just underway. Cardinals defense comes out there. A bad snap, and Oliver has to chase it down. As Ross Graham said, the temptation for players in that situation is to try to pick it up and run with it. And what usually happens then is they fumble it, and the defense recovers it for 6 points. So you're actually taught to fall down on it or swipe it and bat it out of the back of the end zone. Either way, it results in a 2-point situation for the opposing team.
Am I correct? After a safety, can the team choose to punt or kick, or does it have to be a punt?
It is called a free kick officially. It's from the 20-yard line, so yes, you can choose to punt or use the tee. In this case, the Bulldogs are using a tee. They're setting it up like a regular kickoff. Lots of teams you will see try to punt it because they like the coverage. They get more hang time on a punt. You get more distance on a kickoff. So that's how the Bulldogs are going to handle this one. Down 2-0, and the Cardinals are going to come out on offense with the lead. And there is the free kick. It is well kicked all the way back to the 20-yard line. Is Jake Petusik, comes up the left sideline, out near the midfield stripe. Nice return for the Cardinals, and their offense is going to have great field position to start the game. And it is 1st and 10 Cardinals at the Bulldog 49-yard line.
Great start to the game for the Cardinals. We witnessed there the little mishap they might have with their young quarterback and their young running backs. So it's a great chance for the Cardinals to capitalize on this opportunity, get some points on the board very early on in the game.
Trips left to the short side. And Trevor Ham, senior quarterback, in the shotgun. And he throws it out to the flats. It's going to be caught by Lincoln Dunn, and he's going to pick up about 9 on the play. The Bulldogs 40-yard line, 2nd down and 1 coming up.
Anytime a Cardinal fan sees Lincoln Dunn in the backfield, they can expect there to be some sort of trickery. He doesn't usually line up back there, but he's speedy and he can make a lot of great plays happen from backfield.
2nd down 1. That's Jackson Ford at the wingback spot. Ham is going to fake the handoff on a 2nd and 1, throwing it deep to Carson Maynard. He goes up, not able to bring that one in. Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down and 1. Carson Maynard had 3 touchdown catches last week, and he was our offensive player of the game a week ago in the victory over China Spring. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 1, Melissa, leading 2-0. And fake the handoff, throw it out, caught for a 1st down, out to the left side. Nice catch there by Jacob Nye, number 13. 1st down, Cardinals. 2 minutes into the game, and the Cardinals lead 2-0. Quickly. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ham fakes the handoff, looks down the seam, has the man open. Lincoln Dunn overthrew him by a yard or 2. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and 10. We do love to hear from you wherever you're listening in the world. You can let us know. The email address is mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. On 2nd down and 10, Nate Adejokin has the seam. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Nate Adejokin. 33 yards to the house. And the Cardinals now lead 8-0.
You won't find much better of a gap in the offensive line than that play right there. So it's a great play by the interior O-line. Rondre Tasby, Jake Brown, and Owen Hollenbeck. Perfect hole for Nate to run through. Showed great speed. Cardinals on the board, trying to get up 9-0.
Here comes the PAT team and the kicker, number 36. You see him with the glow-in-the-dark shoes. That's Sham McGregor. And the holder there, number 9, Carson Maynard. Snap is back. The kick is up, and it is good. Your Cardinals just 2.5 minutes into this game, already up 2 scores. They lead 9-0. And a defensive safety caused by the Royse City bad snap. And then a touchdown run from 33 yards out by Nate Adejokin. A 49-yard touchdown drive, which was set up by the great kickoff return by Jake Petusik.
That extra point was brought to us by Hollis Texas-style barbecue.
We did have some big news at the end of the pregame show as the senior night festivities were coming to an end. Cardinals senior defensive lineman Nigel Smith has been recruited by all of the major football powers across America. He made his commitment public tonight. Boomer Sooner going to play at University of Oklahoma. Congratulations to Nigel Smith, joining several of his other teammates who are already committed. Jackson Ford to the University of Oregon, Gunnar Wilson to Oklahoma State University. So there's a whole series of Cardinals will be moving on to the next level.
Do you know which Melissa Cardinals Network fan will be especially excited for that commitment by early? For Nigel to early?
That would be
Kirk Jack.
Kirk Jack, Boomer Sooner. I can't wait to hear from him. Maybe he had a little bit of matchmaking. Maybe he had a part in that. Who knows? Put the ball on the 40-yard line. Cardinals will kick it deep again, and this one will be taken in the end zone. It will be a touchback. The return man back there was Cordarian Powell, and he lets it fall harmlessly to the turf. It'll be a first down for the Bulldogs. The visiting team tonight, they are down 9-0 as we begin the action tonight.
It's always fun to get to see Mr. Hernandez kick the ball all the way to the back of the end zone. He has the leg strength for it, so it's always fun to see that he can use his very talented leg and kick it all the way to the back of the end zone.
David Petroff is the head coach for the Bulldogs. He sends his offense out. First down at the 25-yard line after the touchback. And there's the snap and the handoff going right and immediately taken down on the play. Nice tackle there by Hayden Solomon, senior defensive lineman.
Coach Nally speaks very highly of Hayden. Very, very good nose guard. And the Royse City Bulldogs are going to have a hard time getting through that interior rush with Hayden right there.
Loss of a yard, second down, 11. Oliver in the shotgun. He's going to throw the football, sets up the screen, and they drop the football. Nice coverage there for the Cardinals by their linebacker, Grayson Donahoe. And as they say, maybe he heard the footsteps. And incomplete pass brings up third down, 11. Cardinals trying to get another defensive stop here early in the first quarter. Bulldogs finished 7-5 a year ago. 4-2 in their district. And one of those ball games a year ago was against your Cardinals. Here comes third down, 11. They're going to throw the football. Pressure by Nigel Smith, rolling left. Quarterback's going to pull the ball down and rush it out to the 34-yard line, and Oliver is chased down at that point. Fourth down, 6, and Coach Petroff sends out the punt unit. Cardinals are going to get another stop on 3 and out. And the offense is going to get the football back, already leading 9-0.
Lincoln Dunn will be back to return this punt. And that was great defense by the inside linebacker duo of Micah Finan and Grayson Donahoe. You'll hear their names a lot, especially tonight and the whole season long. Very, very talented interior line.
4th and 6, punt tonight. First one of the ball game by the Bulldogs. It's a good kick. And there's a fair catch by Dunn at his own 36-yard line. And the Cardinals offense will come back out on the field with that good field position, leading 9-0. You are listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. You're watching us along with our friends at Game On Sports. I've already mentioned to you the email address, but we would love to hear from you. MCNR at melissaisd.org. MCNR at melissaisd.org. Tell us where you are and who your favorite Cardinal is. 4 receivers left in a bunch formation. They throw it out there. Lincoln Dunn with the catch. Shows some speed down the left sideline and takes it. He will be pushed out of bounds at the 46, gain of 9. Trevor Ham is the starting quarterback alongside senior running back Nate Adejokin. Jackson Ford is the tight end. Carson Maynard, Lincoln Dunn, and Cody Scanlon are your receivers. Second down and 1. Ham takes the snap, gives it to Adejokin, and he will have a first down. Tough run to the 45-yard line. He's running behind the starting offensive lineman. Left tackle is Ryder Slayton. Left guard Jacob Wasserman. Center Demondre Tasby. Right guard Owen Hollenbeck. Right tackle Grayson Spann. On the first down, Ham has time, throws it out. It's going to be behind the intended receiver. Incomplete pass intended for Maynard. Will bring up second down and 10. 8 minutes to go first quarter. Cardinals leading 9-0. 2 receivers right, 1 left, shotgun. Jackson Ford is wing left, and they're going to give it to Adejokin, and he's going to be chased down from behind. Good tackle there by the linebacker, Nicholas Weaver of the Bulldogs. Bring up third down and 10 for your Cardinals. They have the wind at their backs here in the first quarter.
Be prepared to hear the following announcement.
Ham looks to the home sideline for the play call. It is signaled in by some of the assistant coaches. It's called by Jason Russell, who's in the booth next to us. Here's 3rd down and 10. Fake the handoff to Adejokin. Ham has time, steps it up, throws it deep, and it's going to be over the head of his intended receiver. That was Kennedy Brantley, who has been struggling with injuries for a number of games, and so that was his first target of this ball game. And incomplete pass, 4th and 10, and the Cardinals will send in the punt game, which means Peanut D.K. Abrams is going to punt the football away. 7:20 to go in the first quarter. Cardinals scored on their first offensive drive with a Nate Adejokin touchdown. Here they are punting on their second drive. Good snap, and it's a good kick, and it will be fair caught by the Bulldogs at their own 8-yard line. Their punt returner is Luke Olvera. So the Cardinals defense will come back out, leading by 2 scores. We'll send the defensive unit out, led by Nate Hemsley. They run a 3-4 defensive alignment. They're led by some very talented football players. We've already mentioned several of them to you.
Hudson Zufelt has checked in at defensive end for Peanut.
1st down, 10, Royse City. They'll spot it officially at the 7-yard line. And they're going to hand the ball going left. They do have a seam and a good tackle there in the open field. It could have been a much bigger gain on that play.
Great tackle by Jacob Tusick, our defensive player of the game a week ago. And interestingly, these are his former teammates. This is where he moved from a few years back. So he's getting to play against his old pals.
The Tusick family moved to Melissa from Royse City. Here's a 2nd down and 3 play, and Oliver, the quarterback, runs into the big man, Nigel Smith.
Jason Ananobi was also there to clean up that tackle.
Clock rolling, approaching the halfway mark of the first quarter. Melissa leads 9-0. Here is a 3rd down and 3 play. Snap is back. Oliver sets up the screen, and it's going to be blown up by the Cardinals. They're going to lose yardage and force another punt. Nice job by the Cardinals D.
Christian Turner on that coverage. Timed that play perfectly, made the stop immediately, and now the Royse City Bulldogs are going to have a long 4th down on their own 10-yard line, where the Cardinals should get the ball back already well into the Royse City Bulldogs territory.
Lincoln Dunn back to return this punt. He stands at the Bulldog 45-yard line. Bulldogs have already had a problematic snap in their own end zone. Let's see what happens on this punt play. The snap is a good one. There is a rush on, and he gets the ball away. Another good punt, backing Lincoln up to his own 43, but he's showing some good speed past the 50, turns the corner going left. He'll be pushed out of bounds near the Royse City 40-yard line. Cardinals will have the football again. They had to punt on their last possession with 5.5 minutes to go first quarter. Cardinals lead 9-0.
And we're going to get a chance to thank one of our great sponsors, Crossland Construction Company. They did a great job with this stadium and all most of the projects. And we do have a yellow penalty on the play, so we'll wait and hear from our referee to see what that is.
Referee John Penn giving us the insights here, the man in the white hat on the punt return.
During the kick, we had holding number 4, Melissa. The hold occurred during the kick, so the penalty will be applied from the end of the kick. First down, Melissa.
As Mr. Penn well explained, it is a hold on the punt return. So the Cardinals will keep the football, but they will be backed up. Spot the football at their own 34-yard line. And the Cardinals are on offense first. Jackson Ford goes in motion. Trevor Ham takes the snap, gives it to Nate Adejokin, who already has 1 touchdown on this game. He'll pick up 2 yards.
Nathan Adejokin over right guard.
5.5 minutes to go. here in the first quarter. The Cardinals are 2-0 on the season. This is the last non-district game of the season. We'll begin our district schedule next Friday. Cardinals, I mentioned, they look to the home side for a signal of a play call. Jason Russell, the offensive coordinator in the booth next to us, radios it down to the assistants on the sideline who signal it into Trevor Ham. Handoff to Nate Adejokin going right. And he's going to take it to the 44-yard line, 3rd down and 1. Quickly to the line, 3rd and 1, and give it to Adejokin again, and he's going to push the pile, and looks like he's going to have enough for a Cardinal first down. Spotted at their own 45-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go first quarter. Cardinals lead 9-0. No huddle, as usual for the Cardinals. And with the snap, gives it again to Adejokin going left, has a seam inside Bulldog territory to the 46-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 1. Checking into the game is D.K. Abrams. You know him as Peanut, replacing Adejokin at the running back spot. 2nd down 1. 2 receivers left in a stack. D.K. Abrams next to Trevor Ham in the shotgun. Snap is back and give it to Peanut, his first carry of the night, and he drags him for a first down. Gain of 9.
I mentioned earlier in the game, Royse City runs a very, very similar defensive scheme to the Melissa Cardinals. So watching film for the Cardinals this week has been easier than some other opponents because they know exactly what the Royse City Bulldogs, to an extent, will be running anytime they line up.
After the DK first down, he gets the football again, and not so much territory on this one. He'll pick up only 2 yards going left, but he is a tough tackle. Bringing him down for the Bulldogs was Evan Harris, but Evan Harris got the business end of that time. Here comes 2nd down and 8 at the 35. Cardinals with the wind at their back. Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Trips right bunch to the wide side. Tight end left, Jackson Ford. Ham throws it right, and it's caught on the move. That is Lincoln Dunn, who shows great speed, and he gets around the right side, and he will have a Cardinal first down.
And like I mentioned, since Royse City's defense is so similar to Melissa's, it's very easy for Trevor to know what coverage they're going to be in. For example, if Royse City's outside backers are in direct coverage of their Melissa slot receivers, they're going to be in zone coverage. So like he saw there, he was able to audible out of the play and know a great play to run based off just how the Royse City scheme's going to look.
Adejokin back in the game at running back, takes the handoff, and he'll pick up a single yard on that kick. Field goal territory here.
Timeout field, injury timeout.
Field goal would be about 42 yards from here, which is within the range, so we're told by Sham McGregor, the kicker. We do have an injury timeout on the field. It stops the clock at 2:23 to go in the ball game.
$1,000 to our seniors.
Here's another chance for another one of our great sponsors, the Dugout Sports Grill, dugoutsportsgrill.com, another great Melissa Cardinal sponsor where we host the Cardinal Scoreboard Show at the Z-Plex every Monday night. And George James Realty, another great Melissa sponsor.
We do want to thank all of our great sponsors for being a part of this broadcast. George James is a highly acclaimed realtor in D Magazine, Hillwood, D.R. Horton. But most importantly, he is known as your Melissa Hometown Realtor. It is a Cardinals 9-0 lead as we have an injury timeout. The young man receiving medical attention on the field. We do thank you for emailing in, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We got lots of folks who've already checked in. Sally Green checking in from Holly Lake Ranch, Texas, rooting on Carson Maynard. Tori Whitmire and Whitmore. Tori and Norris Whitmore from Santa Clarita, California. the grandparents of Lincoln and Rocky Dunn. So hello to California. Lots more, folks. We'll get to your emails in a moment. 2nd down and 10 after the injury. Timeout. Trips left and hand the ball. Fake it to Adejokin, that is. Throw it to the big fella, Jackson Ford. He breaks that tackle easily, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds near the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. And that was simply a case where that fella's too big for you to tackle. And he broke that one easily. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Cardinals. Trips left to the wide side, and Jackson Ford is wide right. Ham in the shotgun. They're showing blitz, and he tells everybody to hold it for a minute. Again, looks to the home side for a play call. 1st and goal from the 8. Adejokin's next to him, and he'll take the handoff. And he'll gain none yards on the play. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. You are joining us here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Leslie and Mike joining us from Victoria, Texas. Rooting for the Cardinals and the Army Black Knights, of course. 2nd and goal from the 8. Ham throws into the end zone into traffic. It's going to be, somebody make a signal, touchdown Cardinals.
Jacob Nye, his first touchdown of the year. I believe it might be his first touchdown as a varsity wide receiver as well. So, great job, Jacob Nye.
Touchdown pass from Ham to Nye. Cardinals set up now in the swinging gate. They lead 15-0. Late 1st quarter. Cardinals are in the swinging gate. The center is over the football. And they'll wait to see how they adjust. And they're going to run the swinging gate. Going to throw it out to Jackson Ford. And the Bulldogs do a good job there defending it. The tackle for the Bulldogs made by Hudson Hayes. And your score is going to remain 15-0.
That was Grayson Spann who had checked in to snap that ball.
Brett and Tracy Wiggins are in Southwest Florida. And he says his mom, Sue, is cheering on the Cardinals in Manitou Beach, Michigan. So far we've got California, Texas, Michigan, and Florida represented. So if you are out there, tell us where you're listening or watching from. Tell us who your favorite Cardinal is. Of course, go Black Knights. You can say that as well. Cardinals lead 15-0, 100 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham joining you on the Melissa Cardinals Network, our beautiful new home. Now, we've only had 3 teams in here. We had Anna for a scrimmage, Argyle for the first game, and Royse City for this second home game. But everybody that comes in talks about how beautiful this facility is. And they are all very, very impressed with this new dealatory. The kick is away. It's a deep one, and it's going to go into the end zone, touch back, and they'll take it out to the 25-yard line again.
That was a pinpoint kickoff. Had it been a couple inches to the left, that would have been a penalty.
Yeah, hey, kicker, go hit the pylon. That's a pretty good job. Morgan Gunter says Maddox Gunter wants to wish the Cardinals to have a great game and say hello to Mrs. Myers' 3rd grade class at HME. So Maddox, there you go. Good job. Go Cardinals. Coach Barry Russell and Jill Russell joining us from Midland, Texas. I bet it's hot out there, Coach. Shout out to the grandkids, Jackson, Jolie, and Jarrett. Thank you to Coach Russell Sr. 1st and 10, Bulldogs at their own 25-yard line. And they're going to throw a flag on the play, illegal procedure
Before
against the
snap.
Bulldogs.
Timeout, Royse City. They're first.
It's going to be a penalty on the play. And before the penalty flag, the Royse City Bulldogs called a timeout. So, 100 seconds still remaining in this 1st quarter. All right, after the timeout, Cardinals will come back out on the field. The defense here to protect the 15-0 lead.
Alex Ruiz has checked in at nose guard, and Hudson Zufelt is at the defensive end spot.
First down and 10 from the 25-yard line after the touchback. Oh, the high snap over the quarterback's head for the second time tonight, and guess what? The Cardinals have 2 safeties in the first quarter of this ball game. They snapped the ball over the head of Jace Oliver, and that is a helpless feeling for the quarterback. You got to chase that thing down, fall on it, take the 2 points, and prevent the other team from getting 6. And your Cardinals have 2 safeties in the first quarter, leading to a 17-0 lead.
That's actually very uncharacteristic. Not just the fact that there's 2 safeties in one quarter, but the fact that that's their center, Harrison Hayes. He's a team leader on their team. He's 6'3", 315 pounds, so he's very large, very talented. That's actually very uncharacteristic of him. Their offensive line is their strong point, and so I would not be surprised if the Varsity team solidifies their offensive line the rest of the game.
With 1:35 to go in the first quarter, Cardinals lead 17-0, but that 17 is not 2 touchdowns and a field goal, as you might expect. That is a touchdown, an extra point, and 2 safeties. And that's how you get to 17-0 here in the first quarter. All right, Bulldogs will be kicking off another free kick here from their own 20-yard line. Cardinals should again get good field position on this drive. And the ball falls off the tee. So, for the Bulldogs, their kicker, Cooper Crawford, has to reset the ball on the tee and try this again. Shelly Everhart says, love being able to see Carson Maynard with his parents on Cardinals senior night. Go Cardinals from Bradenton, Florida. So thank you for that email. And here comes the kick from Crawford. It'll be taken by the Cardinals near their 20-yard line. They have some space past the 30, past the 40, flags down, past the 50-yard line, another flags down. A great kickoff return again for the Cardinals by Jake Patusek, but we have 2 yellow hankies on the field. We'll wait and see what that means.
So it's probably go back towards the Cardinals territory again. It's most likely going to be blocked in the back or holding. It's very challenging to get the timing perfectly right, especially on a play like that.
During the return, holding, number 28, Melissa. 10-yard penalty. First and 10, Melissa.
Mandy checks in. Stan Tootie checking in. Go Cardinals, go Peanut. Says Mandy's birthday today, so happy birthday. Charles White checking in. Says go Cardinals, and he says go Trevor Ham. Julius Ray checks in with a great contender for maybe the winner of our longest distance viewer award. Julius Ray, tell us exactly where you are in the world right now. First and 10, Ham has the snap, has pressure, breaks, contains, and rolls to his left, throws a good pass, but not able to bring it in. Was at a joke, an incomplete pass, bringing up second down and 10 with just over a minute to go first quarter.
And then here's another chance for us to thank another one of our great sponsors, the LaCour Family Foundation. They've always been great to the Melissa Cardinals family and football team alike.
After the incomplete pass, second down and 10. Adejokin gets the handoff going right, and he's going to pick up about 2 on the carry, bringing up third down for your Cardinals. And we approach the 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. Cardinals leading 17-0. Vanessa Young and Jake and Ashton are also in Santa Clarita, California, cheering on Lincoln and Rocky Dunn. Third down, 8. Ham looks to his right, throws it, completed, and slipping down to the turf is Lincoln Dunn, and he will take it to the midfield stripe. It'll be 4th and 4. Decision time for Matt Nally. Do you want to punt him deep with the wind at your back? It looks like he's going to keep the base offense out there. 4th down and 4 coming up.
We might see the Cardinals try to get Royse City to jump off sides and then go to the end of the quarter and decide from there.
4 receivers left, 1 right, empty backfield. And the Cardinals letting the play clock roll. Let's see if Ross Graham is correct. Try to get them to jump, which would give you a 1st down on 4th and 4.
Yes, that will conclude the first quarter. Cardinals up 17-0.
The first stanza has expired. Your Cardinals do have a big lead tonight. 2 touchdowns, an extra point, and 2 safeties. Very unusual to have 2 in one game. And your Cardinals do lead 17-0. We're tracking a lot of other games around the area tonight. Some in our district, some that we're just interested in. Argyle leads Grapevine 7-0 in the first quarter. And we're about to introduce the Lady Cardinals volleyball program.
They currently hold a record of 22-6. They're playing some amazing volleyball. Now let's meet the team. Number 1 is a senior, Eddie Johnson. Number 2 is a senior, Georgia Ranson. Number 3 is a junior, Laurel Castleberry. 5 is a sophomore, Presley Wood. 6 is a senior, Brooklyn Fugian. Number 7 is a junior, Gabby Taylor. 8, a junior, Mackenzie Davis. Number 9, a junior, Aaron Anderson.
Number 11 is a junior, Kennedy Scott. Number 12 is a senior, Abby Clune. Number 13 is a junior, Karis Brunley. Number 14 is a junior, Kaylee Ship. Number 15 is a junior, Bree Hightower. Number 16 is a junior, Nanu Capillo. Number 18 is a sophomore, Lindley Ditford. Number 20 is a sophomore, Kennedy Scott. The manager is a senior, Lulette Geet. Lady Cardinals are coached by head coach Ashley Pruitt, assistants Abby Perman, Jacob Arwin, Morgan Lanitas, and Caitlin Hamilton. Please come out and support the hard work of our coaches and athletes. You can catch the girls on the road next week in Salina.
As we begin the second quarter of play, we just finished honoring the Melissa Lady Cardinals volleyball program. The pass is thrown out to the right side. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Cardinals were going for it on 4th and 4 at the beginning of this second quarter. Incomplete pass. Ball goes over on downs, and the Bulldogs offense will come out and take over at the midfield stripe. We were mentioning a few scores just a moment ago. In our district, the Princeton Panthers are taking it on the chin. Lake Dallas Falcons 38, Princeton Panthers 0 at halftime. Terrell leads Kaufman 21-0, middle of the second quarter. Here's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the midfield stripe. They're going to hand the ball going right. They have a seam here, and that's a nice run there for the Bulldogs. The man with the football was Tyreek Croft, and he'll have a gain of 8 yards on the play.
That last play gave the Cardinals a chance to sub in Orrin Abel, Colin Craig, Rocky Dunn, and Jason Ananobi for the defense.
And he'll have the same carry. This time he's going to gain nothing on the play. It'll become 3rd down and short. Greenville Lions losing to Tyler Chapel Hill, 35-0 second quarter. Prosper Walnut Grove, a brand new high school, leads Salina 13-0 second quarter.
Wow.
And Crandall, our opponent next week, leads Jacksonville 21-3 second quarter. And the ball going left, and the Bulldogs are going to have a 1st down. And one more from our district. The Denison Yellow Jackets lead Kennedale 14-0 second quarter. As I just mentioned to you, we will be on the road next Friday. The Cardinals will begin their district schedule at Crandall. So we invite you to be by the channel as the Cardinals will take on the Crandall Pirates here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. First down, Bulldogs at the Cardinal 43. The flag will stop the play. Illegal procedure will be called against the Bulldog offense. So be by the channel next week. Cardinals on the road, starting the district.
False start. Number 0, Royse City. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
If you're a listener, a regular viewer and listener to the Melissa Cardinals Network, you know we play the game. The longest distance viewer, longest distance listener. And we have a tremendous candidate tonight.
Really? Where's that from?
Well, I'm not telling you yet.
Okay.
But
a teaser?
It's a teaser.
Another teaser?
That's what you call the radio business. But however, it's not close.
Really?
Yes. Now, we got California and Florida, which ain't close, but this is less close.
Okay.
Throw the ball out to the right side on 1st and 15. Incomplete pass for the Bulldogs. Makes it 2nd down and 15. Dr. John Majors and Liz Majors are watching in the great state of Arkansas, and they're not going to win the longest distance viewer tonight. But they are great supporters of the Melissa Cardinals and specifically one of the coaches for the Cardinals. Here's a 2nd down 15 play. 2 receivers right, 1 left, and they're going to run quarterback roll left. He's going to tuck the football away, try to run, and he's going to have a positive gain down the left sideline, knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Will bring up 3rd down and 3. Jace Oliver, nice job keeping this cool and scrambling. 3rd down 3 for the Bulldogs. They do trail your Cardinals 17-0. 2 minutes into this 2nd quarter. Snap is back. They're going to hand the ball going left, and they're going to push the pile. And a 1st down for the Bulldogs, their best possession of this half. And the carry for the Bulldogs there by number 18, Brennan Anderson.
The tackle was by Nigel Smith. And like we mentioned earlier, the key to the game, can the Cardinals control the line of scrimmage? The strong suit for the Bulldogs is their offensive line. So if they want to get their momentum rolling on their side of the line for the offense, they're going to need to rely on the offensive line.
2 receivers right, 1 left, and they're going to throw the ball left. Is caught, and good open field tackle there by Jake Patusik and also Christian Turner, who lost his hat. He's going to have to come out for a play. Kenya Abrama was that was Ja'Cory Williams. Get that name for the Bulldog fans. Ja'Cory Williams on the catch. 2nd down 3. And the handoff going left. 1st down Bulldogs. And Nigel Smith with a tackle at the 11-yard line. It'll bring up 1st down and 10. Royse City threatening in the red zone here. There was a little bit of friendly fire on that play as well. Cardinal on Cardinal violence on that tackle.
Jimmy Gatson got to check in at the corner spot for Christian Turner on that last play as well.
9 minutes to go, 1st half. Bulldogs threatening, running the ball left. And a tough run to the 7-yard line. Pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 7. Cardinals lead 17-0, trying to preserve the goose egg.
Micah Finan and Gunnar Wilson on that last tackle.
Our email address, remember, mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. Love to hear from you. 2nd down 6. High snap. They're going to run the football. Touchdown Bulldogs. Touchdown Brennan Anderson from 7 yards out. And Royse City's on the scoreboard tonight.
The Royse City O-line leaders, Ruben Logan, Kason Bass, and Harrison Hayes. They're the leaders on their team. They solidify the offensive line up front for Royse City, so that was a great play by the Royse City Bulldogs. Best drive of the night for them so far, and they're now on the scoreboard.
Cooper Crawford in for the PAT for the Bulldogs. It is up and good. And the score is 17-7. Home team Cardinals with the lead. We do invite you and your family to join us on Sunday mornings in our church home. Go to firstmelissa.com. You can find out about the church family. Worship services every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. Would love to have you join us. Go to firstmelissa.com to find your new church home. With just over 8 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter, Cardinals lead 17-7. Thanks for those who are emailing in. Chris and Tony Mallory checking in from South Dakota, which is also not close.
Yes.
and not going to win the contest tonight. Kirk Jack checks in. He says, go Cardinals and Boomer Sooner. We knew that one was coming. Miss Mallory Peel says her favorite Cardinal happens to be her dad. That's not a surprise there. Hello, Mallory Peel says hello to Dad, Coach Peel. All right, after the Bulldog touchdown, Crawford puts the ball on the tee on his 40-yard line. He'll be kicking with the wind at his back. Bulldogs now trail by 10 points. And the kick is a deep one and will be into and out of the end zone. Touchback. Cardinals will get the football at their own 25-yard line. The final non-district game, 3 non-district games for your Cardinals. And we've explained this to you before, how the scheduling works. You can especially learn about this when you join us for the Cardinal Scoreboard Show. Make sure you subscribe to Melissa ISD on YouTube. You can watch our Cardinal Scoreboard Show every Monday evening. I sit down with Coach Matt Nally and our Players of the Week. And he's explained how scheduling works. I'll tell you after the play. 1st and 10 from the 25. Give it to Adejokin, has a seam, and he'll pick up 9 on that carry. Non-district games are established between the two teams. The two head coaches agree to play each other. It's almost always a 2-year agreement, home and home. And then your district games are established by the UIL, which governs high school sports here. So you get to pick your non-district, but not your district games. Throw it down the left sideline. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Intended for Carson Maynard. No flag. A little bit of contact there. Will bring up 3rd down and 1.
That coverage was made by the Bulldogs player Cordarian Powell. He has thus far been their best defensive back. He's had a lot of clean coverage, a lot of great coverage. Kudos to him.
Bulldogs trying to get a man off the field here before the snap, and they do. 3rd and 1, give it to Adejokin, makes a cut in the hole, 1st down Cardinals. He's going to pick up 4 on 3rd and 1. Melvin and Cindy Huffstickler watching from Fayetteville, Georgia. Traveled to Georgia from Melissa to watch the Clemson Tigers tomorrow. And we have a 1st down and 10. Stack left. Fake it to Adejokin. Ham has a seam. Breaks away 50, 40, 30. Down near the 25-yard line. Showing some speed as the quarterback. 36 on the carry by the QB, number 6. By the way, Melvin and Cindy say their favorite Cardinal is their granddaughter, Haley Porter, who plays saxophone in the Mighty Cardinal Band. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. They're going to hand the ball to Adejokin. He trips up and falls forward for a short gain. Approaching the halfway mark of the 12 minutes of the second quarter. Melissa leads 17-7. This is Trey Graham, Ross Graham. John Graham and Andy Graham happen to be here in the booth as well. Next door to the Melissa Cardinals coaches here on the 5th floor of the press box at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. 2nd down and 8. 2 receivers right. Throw it out right to Lincoln Dunn, and he's going to be tackled immediately. It's going to be a loss on the play. Good tackle for the Bulldogs by Evan Harris. And it's going to back him up to the 28, which will bring up 3rd and 14. Field goal from here would be about 45 yards, but into the wind in this case. 2 receivers left. 1 receiver right for the Cardinals is Cody Scanlon. And they're going to hand the ball off. The first carry of the night for Connor Betts. And he goes nowhere. 4th down. I'm going to guess Coach Nally's going to say we are in no man's land. Too far for the field goal, too short to punt. Keep the base offense out there. 4th and 14. See if the Cardinals can convert. Betts stands next to Ham, who pump fakes, rolls to his right, has now rolling to his left, has a lot of pressure, and he's going to throw it away late for an incomplete pass. And we're going to be called for intentional grounding on the play. And the ball's going to go over on downs. The 4th down conversion was unsuccessful. And that's going to stop the clock. Just more than 5 minutes to go in this first half. And there's going to be an injury timeout on the field, so the medical staff will give attention to that young man in need. And our score remains 17-7. It's a big week in college football as well. Of course, we mentioned the Army Black Knights, and they are hosting Delaware State in the matchup of the country tomorrow. But there's some other games around the area. Some people might be interested at the Texas Longhorns at Alabama game.
First down, lost down.
There is our referee telling us what we already told you, that it was intentional grounding and the penalties called against the Cardinals. UT at Alabama, that's an interesting game tomorrow. Houston and Rice. What's interesting about that game, Ross Graham, do you know?
The same state. They're the same state of Texas.
They're in the same state. They're not only in the same state, they're in the same city. They are the two Division I teams who are closest to one another in location.
In the entire nation?
In the entire nation of Division I football, they are 4.5 miles apart from one another. The two closest teams you got in Division I, they play tomorrow, Houston and Rice. Bulldogs hand the ball off going right. They'll pick up a short gain out to their 47-yard line. Notre Dame, Florida International, SMU at Oklahoma, Oklahoma State at Arizona State, Oregon at Texas Tech, Utah at Baylor, A&M at the Miami Hurricanes. Lots of interesting games around the country this weekend. Second down and 7. Lots of pressure, and guess who makes the sack? There's the man who scores the touchdowns and punts the football and plays defensive line. That's Peanut, D.K. Abrams on the sack.
Another two teams that are pretty close would happen to be Duke, UNC. And that would happen to be ranked Duke.
That's true. Who had a
Duke
big win over Clemson. Dabo had a tough day.
Their first top 10 victory against a top 10 opponent since '89. Is that correct? I think so.
Sounds right to me. We're usually rooting for Duke basketball, not Duke football. After the sack, it's third down and 14. Oliver's going to look and throw it over the head of everybody. Incomplete pass was intended for Williams. And it's going to bring up 4th and 14, and Cardinals were not able to convert on a 4th down attempt. So the ball went over to the Bulldogs, who go 3 and out, and now they're going to punt the football away with the wind at their backs. Lincoln Dunn in as your punt returner. 4 minutes to go here, second quarter. Snap is back. The pressure was on. The punt is away. Dunn has it on the run at the 20, at the 30, at the 40. And he'll go down at that spot. First down, Cardinals at their own 42-yard line. Good field position. With just under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cardinals lead 17-7. And ladies and gentlemen, we are hearing the siren. The siren from the weather alert, which means we are now officially in a weather delay. It is not raining here in Melissa, Texas, but this is a lightning delay that we thought might come. Our local meteorologists had warned us that we may be dealing with a lightning delay here in Melissa, Texas. And the way this works is when a lightning strike occurs within, I believe it is 5 miles of the stadium, that forces a lightning delay. The teams must leave the field. The fans are asked to leave the bleacher area to get under cover, which means they could go to the concourse if they so choose. They could also go to their cars if they so choose. And we must wait 30 minutes after the most recent lightning strike. So if this is the only one we have, then we will have a 30-minute weather delay. If another lightning strike occurs during the 30-minute delay, the 30-minute clock starts over again. So if it's 29 minutes from now and it hits at that point, we start over 30-minute delay. So we're going to try to bring you some highlights and some conversations with some different folks about from the Melissa Cardinals Network and our friends at Game On Sports. You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham joining you from Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. We are in a lightning delay, and so for the safety of everyone involved, of course, we have to clear the bleachers and make sure that everyone is safe. So the coaches, the players have left the field. The players are in the locker room. The fans are asked to clear the bleachers and go to the concourse or go to the vehicles and take cover. Our score is 17-7. You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. We are in Coach Kenny Deal Stadium, the second home game of this season. Cardinals are 2-0, had a big victory over the Argyle Eagles in the season opener, then went on the road a week ago and defeated China Spring on the home of the Cougars, 63-33. As we sit through a weather delay, we're going to have a chance to look back at some of the great plays that have occurred tonight, and we're going to put together some other video packages for you. But here are some of the highlights from what you've seen tonight. Trevor Ham throwing the ball out to the right side there for a catch by Lincoln Dunn, the man with great speed. He was pushed out of bounds there for the Cardinals for a first down. Here's another throw out to the right side to the big fella. That's the one we said, you aren't big enough to tackle me. That was Jackson Ford who set up the Cardinals for a 1st and goal. Trevor Ham throws the ball into the end zone on a diving catch. That was Jacob Nye for a touchdown catch. And here comes a kickoff return by Jake Patusik, who was our defensive player of the game a week ago, into Bulldog territory. Nice run there by Patusik, Jake. And here was Trevor Ham, the QB, showing some speed at quarterback keeper, straight up the seam. And it was a nice run by Cardinals senior number 6. And here we are. We welcome you back to the booth. This is Trey Graham right here, Ross Graham, saying welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network. It is a lightning delay. And so everybody here is trying to talk about the hopeful return of play. Now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but again, if the lightning strikes again, our delay may be longer than we hope for, and we've dealt with this over the years. In fact, many, many years ago, Coach Kenny Deal joined me on the broadcast, and we were at the home of the Salina Bobcats, the old stadium in Salina, the old stadium in which they didn't allow the broadcasters from the visiting team into their press box because they didn't have space. So Coach Kenny Deal and I stood at the top step of the bleachers to call a ball game, and we had a lightning delay there, so we went undercover into a very small little metal shed, which is not recommended at home, and Coach Deal and I spent the lightning delay there, and eventually that game was canceled. So we sure hope that's not going to happen tonight. We've had games that have had to resume on the next day, on Saturday, because of a lightning strike. But there's a great shot of our new home. That's the visitor side here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. It holds 10,000 people capacity. That's the visitor side you're looking at. 4,000 seats on the visitor side. 6,000 seats on the home side. And 10,000 seat capacity as opposed to, or in comparison to, Cardinal Stadium, which the seating capacity was officially a little bit over 3,000 there at Cardinal Stadium. Coach Kenny Deal has been a coach athletic director and administrator for Melissa ISD for the past 36 years. And 11 years ago, on the 25th anniversary of Coach Deal's service to the district, there was an announcement made by then Melissa ISD Superintendent, Dr. Jason Smith, that when a stadium would be built in the future, it would be named after Coach Kenny Deal. That was 11 years ago. No one knew at the time when that would take place. Well, 3 years ago, they began the construction on this facility. And here we are now with a beautiful, beautiful home. And we are very, very pleased. And as I mentioned to you earlier, we've hosted 3 teams so far. Anna for a scrimmage, Argyle for the first game, and now Royse City for this game. And every person who comes into this stadium tells us how beautiful it is and how much they enjoy it and how impressed they are. And quite frankly, some of them tell us how jealous they are to have a home as beautiful as this. And we're very, very thankful to Melissa ISD and to Crossland Construction that we mentioned for building us such a beautiful facility. As you are looking on the screen right now at the visitor side, to your left of the screen is our championship center. Some people call it the indoor facility, but as we pan across there, some people call it the indoor facility, but it's officially known as the championship center. And as you can see, it has 2 levels. So the lower level, where you see the Cardinals name there, is a 1-story ceiling. But you see it has a taller area. The whole building is only 1 story or 1 floor, 1-story level. But there is a tall ceiling there because that is the 120-yard indoor facility, 100-yard field and 10-yard end zones. So it is a full 120-yard field on our indoor facility. And what we're seeing now, here is the weather report. And the green stuff ain't the bad stuff. It's the yellow and or red stuff that we're worried about. It is not raining here in Melissa, Texas, but the delay is because of a lightning strike in the area. So we are waiting for this delay. And as I was mentioning about the indoor facility that is used by the football team, the weight room is there used by multiple different sports. There are nets that drop down from that tall 2-story ceiling. So you can hit baseballs and golf balls and softballs into the net. It's an artificial turf field, but you actually have baseball diamond spots on the turf and softball diamond spots like home plate, first base, second base, third base, etc. So you can have all kinds of activities inside of our championship center. The weight room is tremendous in there. And they have what's called the lounge. So lots of meetings, but also lots of classroom facilities. Locker rooms for various teams, the wrestling team, the baseball team. There's a freshman football locker room, a JV football locker room, a varsity football locker room. The coaches' offices are there. So it's another tremendous facility that was built prior to the completion of Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. We are about 10 minutes into our 30-minute delay. Everybody here is trying to get a sense of what the future of this game looks like. We hope it will be resumed tonight. We are, again, about 10 minutes into the required 30-minute delay. This is going to give us a chance, to check in on our emails. Lots of folks letting us know you're out there. The email address, as we've shared with you, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. I told you we have a tremendous candidate to win the longest distance viewer award. I haven't told you where he is yet, but I told you he's further away than Florida.
Okay.
Further away than California. So I'll let you know as we go along.
So I'm going to assume it's not in the continental United States then.
That's a good guess. You've started on the way.
Okay.
We're not, as the Army says, CONUS. We are OCONUS.
Gotcha.
To use a little Army lingo there for you. Let's see. Caleb White checks in from California. Shout out to Landon Brando and Jackson Ford. Marcus White is watching out there, says go Cardinals. Lisa and David are watching in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Shawnee, Oklahoma, the home of Oklahoma Baptist University. Cheering on our favorite senior Cardinal, their grandson, Orrin Abel. So hello, David and Lisa from Shawnee, Oklahoma. Tori Owens says that Josiah Owens cheers on Peanut, DK Abrams. And Josiah wants to say hi to everyone in Mrs. Welter's second grade class at HME. So thank you, Josiah, for checking in. Lisa Palmer watching in Kansas, cheering on Carson Palmer. And our friends from the state of Washington who have won the longest distance viewer award in the past. However, they will not win tonight because they are CONUS.
CONUS?
Yes. And that would be Jim and Gwen Benson. Watching in the state of Washington, they are the grandparents of Coach Ryan Hamilton and Coach Casey Hamilton. We have longtime friends, the Bensons, checking in. So thank you for emailing in, mcnr@melissaisd.org. And we'd love to hear from you. We do thank all of our great sponsors for being a part of the broadcast. It is an honor to bring you these games every week. This is our 16th year on the air. We do say thank you there to Crossland Construction. I've told you about some of the facilities here. They are the ones who made this place. The Dugout Sports Grill, we broadcast every Monday night, 5:30 p.m. We record the Cardinal Scoreboard Show, Coach Matt Nally and I. You're invited to dinner on Monday nights at the Dugout at 5:30 p.m. And George James Realty, our great sponsor, your hometown Melissa Realtor. We also thank the LaCour Family Foundation for sponsoring the Melissa Cardinals Network and our broadcast here with Game On Sports. And we thank our friends at First Melissa. Thank you to First Melissa Church Family for being a longtime sponsor of the Melissa Cardinals. And you can see the website there, firstmelissa.com. Worship services every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Find a place for every member of your family. Go to firstmelissa.com. We are still in a lightning delay. And we are more than 20 minutes away. We've had another reset of that clock. So we're about 23 minutes on this delay. As I told you before, it's a 30-minute delay when a lightning strike is observed. And if another lightning strike is observed, we got to reset the clock. We have lots of folks who are emailing in. We appreciate you letting us know you're out there and where you are watching from. We always love hearing from former Cardinal players. This season, we've heard from Caleb Otlewski out there in San Diego. We've heard from Aiden Pintor this year. And another Cardinal player, guess who it is? Anna Blankenship checking in. Cardinals kicker.
Yes.
Anna Blankenship's watching the game in Louisiana. And Eric Blankenship lets us know that Anna's out there. So go Cardinals in Hammond, Louisiana, and thank you to Anna Blankenship for checking in.
Anna's a college soccer player, correct?
She is indeed.
On her bio on the website, I forget what college it is, but on her bio, it says fun facts. Each player has a fun fact. Do you want to guess what her fun fact is?
That she was a football kicker?
That she was a kicker in high school.
Okay. So her fun fact is she got talked about by the Melissa Cardinals Network.
About her being a kicker.
Yeah, but
and about her.
I'm sure her bio actually says the Melissa Cardinals Network broadcasted me as a kicker for the Melissa Cardinal football team.
That's true.
You think
and
that's what it
means she also cherished her time as a Cardinals kicker as well.
On the Melissa Cardinals Network.
Melissa Cardinals
of
Network.
Course, yes. Okay. All right. Cynthia Robinson checks in, says go Cardinals. Her favorite Cardinal is cheerleader Carrington Russell. So thank you to Cynthia Robinson for checking in. Caitlin Oliver. Caitlin, Lance, Tucker, Peyton, and Tenley Oliver joining us from Melissa, Texas. Thank you very much, Oliver family, but they will not be winning the longest distance winner award. David Adams checks in from Bonham, Texas. And they will indeed not be winning the longest distance listener award. But thank you for those who are checking in, mcnr@melissaist.org. We're still about 20 minutes away from hopefully bringing the teams out of the locker room. And, of course, when you get into this long of a delay, you customarily see the officials give the teams a chance to warm up again. Now, we mentioned the Cardinals have this full 120-yard field in their indoor facility next door to their locker room, so they could be warming up all that they wish. However, the visiting team down here in the other end zone has to have the opportunity to warm up as well, so we'll be waiting for the officials to give us that decision. Misty Humphreys and Scott Humphreys check in from their living room in Melissa, Texas, and they admit in advance that they shall not be the longest distance winner.
It's good to state your own truth, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, come clean.
Yeah.
They admit they're not going to win.
Okay.
All right. Our score is 17-7. Melissa Cardinals leading the Royse City Bulldogs right now. And you see the email address on the screen, mcnr@melissaist.org. And the clock is stopped. 3:56 to go in the second quarter. And the Cardinals lead 17-7. They have 2 touchdowns, a kick extra point, a missed 2-point conversion, which that gets you to 7 and 6. That's 13. And then they have 2 safeties by the defense tonight. That leads them to 17-7 is the score. And there's the scoreboard showing you. 3:56 to go until halftime. Now, another situation, because we've dealt with these kinds of long delays in the past, sometimes the teams will agree to shorten halftime because there's been so much delay. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't happen. Depends on what the activities were planned for halftime and how much time you need to devote to those activities, but we'll just tell you all the possibilities as we go along. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham. John Graham and Andy Graham are here in the booth with us on the 5th floor of Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. And we are still there we are in the booth right here. And we welcome you into our beautiful facility. And just to give you a little bit of orientation, over here, this is the Scouts and Media booth. So those folks are from various news outlets and media outlets, newspapers, scouts from colleges, scouts from other teams, looking to come and check out your Melissa Cardinals. That's that booth over there. The booth to our right as we face the field, the opposite of that booth, is the Cardinals coaches booth. And beyond that down the way is the film deck. And beyond that you have the visiting coaches. And all the way down at the other end, opposite from us, is called officially the control room. We call it NASA around here because it's full of all the technology, the things that bring you the sights and sounds, the camera operators, the video replays, the graphics like you see on the screen right now. All that happens down the way in the control room because this is a production of the Melissa Cardinals Network in partnership with our friends at Game On Sports. The 16th year for those of us here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. And one of the great things that we have the chance to do is bring Melissa High School students. There's the control room. There it is. Everybody wave. There you go. And I was about to tell you there's a whole bunch of Melissa High School students who are part of this broadcast, and there they are, some of them right there. And they're all in there enjoying a weather delay just like we are. And Randy Cramen, the smart guy down there at Melissa High School, is the coach, mentor, boss man, director, traffic cop for the Melissa High School AV program. And there's some of those students down there in the control room. That's where all the magic happens. Your replays are produced, your graphics are produced, And you're saying, why are they all in there right now? Because they can't be out on the field during a lightning delay. But you will see them, especially if you come to the games, you'll see them all over the facility, pulling wires, carrying cables, running the cameras, running the sound equipment, all of those things. And that's the Randy Craman crew. And he's done a fine job putting together a talented AV program, part of the CTE program, which, Ross Graham, you are a senior at Melissa High School. Tell us what the CTE program is all about.
CTE stands for Career and Technology Education, I believe. There's many, many different fields you can choose from. They have things from cosmetology. They have mechanics and cars. They have HVAC. There's what Mr. Craman does with the audiovisual. They have things in kinesiology, which I'm a part of, with physical therapy internships. They have medical assisting, so they have students who can actually go to hospitals and serve as medical assistants. So it's a way to take what you learn in your regular core classes, your maths, your sciences. It's a way to advance those and fine-tune them into the career that you're likely to choose. It's not anything where you have to choose that field. It's getting you a chance to experience it as a high schooler to see if you want to continue that on in college and beyond college.
So that CTE program that we just mentioned, and one example is the fine young people you just saw in Randy Craman's AV program. We are still in a lightning delay here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium in Melissa, Texas. Trey Graham and Ross Graham joining you on the Melissa Cardinals Network. 3:56 to go in the second quarter. If we're able and when we're able to resume play, the Cardinals lead 17-7. We do believe there will be a 10-minute warm-up after the teams are allowed to resume playing, coming back out on the field. Again, hoping there's not another strike which would reset the 30-minute clock. Thanks to those who are emailing in, and we'll go back and check in to see who's letting us know you're watching and listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. John Nye. John and Sherry Nye are in the great state of Kansas, and not surprisingly, their favorite Cardinal would be number 13, Jacob Nye, their grandson. So hello to the Nyes in Kansas. Alan and Rita Dempsey are in High Point, North Carolina, cheering on Trevor Ham and the Cardinals. So hello to the Dempseys in North Carolina, which is a long way away, but
That's
not
true.
Oconus. The O'Flaherty family joins us in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, which is also not CONUS because it's not U.S.
That's true.
It's kind of close, but it's not.
True.
So they would have a great chance to be the longest distance viewer tonight.
But they're not going to be.
But they're not going to be.
Okay.
So hello to the folks in Nova Scotia, Canada. Scott and Jill Ford watching their nephew Jackson Ford in Provo, Utah. And the Patusik family checking in from Chandler, Arizona. So thanks to those who are letting us know you are watching and listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. And it's noon Eastern, 11 a.m. tomorrow for the Army Black Knights home opener.
Army Black Knights are the same colors as the Royse City Bulldogs.
They are indeed. Black and gold. You're getting a shot now of the parking lot at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium from one of our high-level cameras. That is Melissa High School. That square building right at the base of the shot, that's the Fine Arts Center.
Yes.
And then the tall building beyond that is what you call an academic tower here. There's, guess what, boys and girls? Another lightning strike you just saw on camera. And you see the Melissa City Water Tower in the distance. So you're seeing the skyline of what there is of Melissa, Texas. You can see our church family. You can see our church home, First Melissa, in that shot. If you were able to squint and zoom in, you could see our church home right over there as well. So we are all waiting to see what's going to happen with this ball game. We are in a lightning delay. We're trying to give you an update here. We are waiting to see if the lightning that is in the area is outside of the allowed area, the restricted area, or inside the restricted area. If it's inside, again, that 30-minute clock will reset. Hopefully, we'll get to resume play here in about maybe 20 minutes. If in about 10 minutes the clock expires, then there will be a 10-minute warm-up period after that. However, we're definitely in danger of having additional strikes, which would reset the clock. And so the game officials will be involved in this conversation. The administration from both schools, the head coaches from both schools, because there's a lot of choices here. This is a non-district game. It does not have to be played. I told you years ago, Coach Kenny Deal and I called a game in Salina where it had a long lightning delay and was eventually canceled and was not resumed and was not replayed because that was a non-district game. District games have to be played, if at all possible, because that is what determines your playoff seeding. So the district games must be played if at all possible. Non-district games do not have to be played. Therefore, there are several options in this situation. One, what we all hope is that we delay here for a while and you get to listen to Ross and I talk. And then we're going to resume playing football with 3:56 to go on the second quarter clock. That's one option. We play the game tonight. Another option is it is called and suspended for tonight, and we come back and play the resumption of the game tomorrow on a Saturday. That has also been done in the history of Melissa Cardinals football. The other option is to call the game off. So we've had all three scenarios: a short delay, a day later delay, and a cancellation. Those are the situations that could come to pass. We hope it is the first of those three, and we're going to keep you updated the best we can. Again, there are ongoing conversations between the school administrators from both teams, Royse City ISD and Melissa ISD, the head coaches for both teams, and the game officials, the referees. So all these people have to know and be involved in this deliberation, what is safe for the players, coaches, officials on the field, safe for everybody in the stands. And so we've dealt with a lot of interesting situations over the years. In my 16 years calling Melissa Cardinals football, we've been all kinds of places, all kinds of stadiums. None of them as nice as this one, by the way. But we've dealt with power outages where the lights and the power in a stadium has gone out. We've had situations where lights went out. The power didn't go out, but the light bulbs burnt out. We've dealt with situations where it's been pouring rain. We've had very hot weather, very cold weather. We've had lightning delays. And in the year 2020, we had a situation where Paris was scheduled to play the Melissa Cardinals, Paris High School, on a Friday night. And on Thursday night, about 9 p.m., less than 24 hours before the game, Paris High School called the Melissa ISD administration and forfeited the game due to COVID. This was in the 2020 season. All the Paris coaches were in a Suburban driving together. One of those coaches tested positive, and in the way the protocols worked, everybody had to go into quarantine, so no Paris High School coaches would have been available to coach the team. So at 9 p.m. on a Thursday, they called and canceled and forfeited, and Melissa was officially a 2-0 winner in that game. So we've had all kinds of situations here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. You see on the screen the first part of our 2023 season. The Cardinals were victorious 50-14 over Argyle in the season opener. The biggest margin of loss for Argyle since 2005, and the most points scored against Argyle since 2005. Then the Cardinals went on the road last week, the long road trip down there to the Waco area to take on the China Spring Cougars, two-time defending state champs in Class 4A Division I, and the Cardinals were victorious 63-33. Tonight we're hosting the Royse City Bulldogs, and the Score is 17-7. We are late in the second quarter in a lightning delay.
Another game scenario we had was we had left the stadium in the parking lot driving away. We had to turn back around to go back. That was
exactly
at the home of FC Dallas Football Club, wasn't it?
That was indeed correct. Toyota Stadium in Frisco. We were playing Frisco High School. There was a lightning delay, and they called the game off. So we packed up our gear and walked out to the parking lot to get in the vehicle, and another member of the Graham family, not to be named, sprinted out to the vehicle and said, guess what, we're playing. So we went back and set everything up and resumed play. So we've had all kinds of things. That game ended past midnight when we had a long delay and then resumed there in Frisco, Texas. Going back to the schedule, you can see we're on the road next week at Crandall as the district season gets underway. Then we're back home to take on Terrell and Mesquite Poteet, and then we head north to Grayson County to take on the Denison Yellow Jackets as the district schedule gets underway. So I've told you several times there are 3 non-district games, 7 district games for your Cardinals. You see the first 4 of them there: Crandall, Terrell, Poteet, and Denison on October the 13th. Then the Cardinals host Greenville on October the 20th, and they go play Princeton in one of the shortest road games of the year on October the 27th. Then the regular season finale, Lovejoy at Melissa, a Thursday night game, November the 2nd. That was the district championship game a year ago. Cardinals came back and won that on a last-minute touchdown. And it's early, but it's looking like it could be a district championship showdown again, this time here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium when Lovejoy comes to town on November the 2nd, a Thursday night affair. We are still in a lightning delay. The teams are in the locker rooms, and we are waiting for official announcement to be made. We'll check some scores of other games around the area. We mentioned that we're tracking a lot of the games that are going on. We just mentioned Denison Yellow Jackets. They lead Kennedale 21-13 at half. We just mentioned Lovejoy, which is in the city of Lucas, Texas, which is not that far from here, Collin County. They are also in a weather delay. Lovejoy leads North Crowley 20-8 in the second quarter, but they are in a delay. Prosper Walnut Grove leads Salina 13-7 second quarter. Tyler Chapel Hill beating down the Greenville Lions 42-0 early third quarter. Terrell leads Kaufman, the Tigers over the Lions, 21-0. Lake Dallas, this is listed as a final score, defeats Princeton 38-0. And the Argyle Eagles, not in our district, but a game that we track. Argyle also in a weather delay. They lead the Grapevine Mustangs 7-0. You saw senior night take place at the beginning of the game, and all the seniors from various programs here at Melissa High School were introduced prior to this game beginning. And Ross Graham, you are a senior at Melissa High School. We talked about this at the very beginning of the pregame show, but talk about the significance of senior night, both as a student and all the years you've been watching and being a part of this broadcast. Talk about how parents and fans and everybody get a great chance to honor our seniors.
Yes, absolutely. For some people, senior night is the only time of their parents. Senior night is the only time parents get to go to their sporting event, depending on their schedule. So it's a really celebratory event. That's the whole point of it. For me, I've been here since kindergarten in Melissa School, so it's exciting to get to look back. Even when I was walking on the field, I was thinking, man, it feels like there's no way that was 13 years, because I still vividly remember Harry McKillop Elementary and the intermediate school and the middle school and all 4 years of high school. So it's definitely a very surreal moment, speaking as a student athlete, but also I know for the parents it's definitely surreal because I'm sure many would agree. If just a blink of an eye, it felt like they were in kindergarten last year as well. So it's a very celebratory moment. It's a very nostalgic moment. It's a very bittersweet, I guess you could say. You're happy that you got to it. You're happy that you accomplished it. You're a role model. You've always dreamt of coming to that day. But at the same time, it's a little bit sad in a sense for someone who's been here for so long. But it's also a great chance to look forward to their future beyond high school. As our public address announcer, George James, was saying, he was listing about what everyone plans to do upon graduating from high school. So it's a very celebratory event. It's a very exciting event to look forward to your future. And it's great for the parents. It's great for the fans. They get to take photos. They get to dress up. They get to be with their team. So overall, it's mostly happy. It's bittersweet. There's a whole lot of emotions going on. But overall, it's a really fun night for parents, fans, and players.
This is one of 2 senior nights this season. One during the month of September, one during the month of October. We are still in a lengthy lightning delay. We are approaching 40 minutes of delay at this point in time. Because again, when the lightning strike is observed, there's a 30-minute clock which begins. But if there is another strike, then another 30-minute clock begins. Down on the field, Coach Nally and Coach Petrov are having a conversation with Melissa Cardinals athletic director, Seth Stenton. And the officials are coming back out on the field. Referee John Penn and his crew are coming back out on the field. And we have been told that we have just gotten the all clear. So the teams will be coming back out on the field. They will be given a warm-up period. The fans who made their way to the concourse level and were chowing down on some snacks at the concession stand can come back to their seats. If you're sitting in your car, you can come back out. If you're at your house in Melissa, Texas, there's plenty of time to come back out here and join us. We have 3:56 to go in the second quarter. Cardinals lead 17-7. We've been in a lengthy weather delay, and we are hoping to get some football going again. Lots of emails to get to. We appreciate you sending your emails in. mcnr@melissaisd.org. Judy and Gary Peel, Coach John Peel's parents, are joining us from Huntington Beach, California. They are mentioning how beautiful Coach Kenny Deal Stadium is. They were here for the Argyle game. Melissa ISD bus driver Bruce is watching the game from the state of Iowa after driving 11 hours today from Melissa. So thank you, Bruce, one of our Melissa ISD bus drivers, for checking in on the broadcast. Karina Campos in Marfa, Texas. Shout out to her grandchildren, William Hernandez, number 29, and her favorite cheerleader, Emma Hernandez. They are seniors. Thank you, Karina, for checking in. You see both teams have come back out on the field. They will go through a short warm-up period, and then we hope to resume play tonight. Thank you for all those who are emailing in. We'll get to more as we go along. mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network in partnership with our friends at Game On Sports. And we told you and showed you a few minutes ago the great CTE program, the AV students under the leadership of Randy Craman, down there pushing buttons and running cameras and doing all those kinds of things. We've seen all kinds of things over the 16 years we've been broadcasting Melissa football, including one state championship back in the year 2011. Melissa played at Cowboy Stadium, AT&T Stadium, Jerry World, back in December of 2011.
When I was in kindergarten.
When you were in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
Coach.
Now I just had senior night.
And now you had senior night, as you say, the blink of an eye. And Cardinals defeated Hempstead Bobcats by a score of 28-15. Coach Seth Stenton leading the Cardinals, who's now our athletic director. And the Cardinals won their one and only so far state championship back in 2011. David Adams asks us to give a shout out to his beautiful granddaughter, Presley Lou Adams. So Presley, hello from Coach Kenny Deal Stadium and the Melissa Cardinals Network. We have about 8 minutes to go in this warm-up period, and then we hope to resume action. Again, thanks to those who are emailing in, mcnr@melissaisd.org, because I know what you wanted to do on your Friday night was to listen to me tell you scores from other games for the last 40 minutes.
Have you told us the score of Gunner?
Have not.
Did Gunner play?
I have not checked the Gunner score.
I don't know the Gunner score for tonight, but if you recall last week, I told you about our old friend Walker Overman's performance. He had 8 touchdowns and several hundred yards of total offense. I don't remember if it was like 800, 500 yards of offense. I don't remember what the number was. I think it was 300 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. That sounds
correct.
right.
That's correct.
And
which, by the way, senior in high school is less than 800.
That's true. You're right. Okay, I got the 8 wrong. It was the 8 touchdowns.
There you go.
8 touchdowns.
That's right.
400 yards.
There you go.
There we go. Well, he was named the Dave Campbell Texas Football 3A Quarterback of the Week.
Congratulations.
So that was all over the sports world. So big congratulations to him. Well deserving.
And Cardinals coaches are filing back into their booth next door. That's a good sign. The folks in the media booth on the other side, they didn't have anywhere to go anyway. And so they're ready to get this game underway just like we are. And we'll check a few more emails. Richard Flatley and Beth Flatley check in. Their granddaughter Alexis is a sophomore on the color guard, and they are joining us from Brookfield, Illinois. So hello to the Flatleys. Kimberly Peoples checking in again from Florida. Hello to Kimberly. And Dennis and Linda Hamilton are in Pendleton, Oregon. Other grandparents of Coach Ryan Hamilton and Casey Hamilton. And our friend Eddie checks in. Former Melissa Cardinal himself checking in. And asks, how do you think this team compares to the 2011 team? Well, 2011 team won a state championship. So until further notice, they will still be the greatest team in Melissa High School history. But this team is very, very talented. They're 2-0 on the year. They are very, very talented. They were the preseason number 1 in Class 5A Division II. They currently are 2-0. They've scored 113 points in 2 games. They've defeated 2 very good teams. And they are still ranked number 1. And they've got a chance to go to the state championship game and win state. But you got to get there and you got to do it. And so I'm very, very pleased that you are all joining us for this season. It is a great season. It's an exciting season of Melissa Cardinals football because they have such talented teams and a really strong coaching staff. Matt Nally has built a very, very strong program, and we're glad to be able to talk about it and bring it to you. All of our broadcasts here on the Melissa Cardinals Network are brought to us by our wonderful sponsors, and we thank them for being a part of this.
Our first sponsor, the Crossland Construction Company, wonderful company that's built so many wonderful structures in Melissa, including this fine stadium we're in right now. The Dugout Sports Grill, dugoutsportsgrill.com, led by Doug Zatto himself, George James Realty, George James and Grant James there, and the LaCour Family Foundation, a wonderful sponsor for the Melissa Cardinals.
We also always thank our friends at First Melissa Church Family. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more. I invite you and your family, especially all of our out-of-town folks, when you're in town, come see us on a Friday night. You can come see us on a Sunday morning, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Find out more at firstmelissa.com. About 4 minutes remaining, we hope, in this warm-up period, and then we will resume play for the second quarter action. I told you there's a possibility that half times might be shortened in this situation. That has happened in the past. We do not have word of that yet, but we will let you know as we go along, because we are now about 45 minutes into this weather delay. Speaking of a 45-minute delay, did you see what happened at the U.S. Open tennis tournament last night? The U.S. Open women's semifinal, which was won by American Coco Gauff, was also delayed by 45 minutes, but not because of lightning, but because of protesters in the stands.
Really?
They were protesting and promoting their political causes of all sorts and kinds, and the game, or the tennis match, was delayed. 24,000 people in the stands. The match was delayed for 45 minutes while they protested. And the reason it took so long to clear out these protesters, because it doesn't take 45 minutes for a police officer to grab a guy and drag him out.
Right.
Unless you decide to glue your feet to the concrete floor.
Really? How much glue do you need for that?
I've never done it.
I've never done it either. And you can't just use like your school glue.
It's not like Elmer's.
It's not Elmer's
glue. It's
glue.
Serious glue.
Serious glue. Where do you get, what kind of glue
and
is this?
When you entered through the security check, did they not check that you brought a gallon worth of glue?
Maybe it's 2 gallon per foot.
Per foot? I don't know. But they check for all kinds of things. You can't bring a water bottle in.
Mm-hmm, but you can bring in giant gallons of glue.
Apparently.
So how do you get out of this glue?
That's a very good question. They had to bring the paramedics in. Now, why the paramedics are the glue removal experts, I do not know.
Maybe they were worried the circulation of the feet was going to be
but this
hampered.
was self-inflicted. I mean,
true, but I mean, medical emergency,
That's
medical
okay.
scenario,
All right.
medical scenario.
All right.
Maybe they didn't want anyone coming with a chainsaw and cut his toes off.
No, we don't want to do that. No. But you did want the glue to be unstuck.
Yes.
And it took them a long time to
Now, if it was
unstick.
just connected to his shoes, you could just take the shoes off.
Correct.
But then
That's why you had to do your bare feet.
Oh, he did his bare feet.
Yes,
I
because
see.
socks wouldn't do you any
Yeah,
good.
that's true. Socks.
I mean, if you're going to protest, you got to go all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, how committed are you to the cause?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be committed enough to not glue your Nikes.
True. You
or
wouldn't
your
wanna ruin
socks.
them.
You don't want to ruin your shoes.
Right.
And socks won't do you any good. You rip them right off. So you got to go all the way and glue your bare feet.
So I wonder the kind of medical phenomenon that does to your feet to sit in glue for 45 minutes.
I
I'm not sure
imagine
that's been studied very
you
much.
must go to the foot specialist
Yes,
afterwards.
I would assume so.
But again, I'll say this was a self-inflicted injury.
That's true. What kind of punishment do you get for? Is this punishable?
Well, I assume it's criminal trespassing, but I don't know if it's aggravated due to glue.
Is it vandalism? I mean, are you
That's a good question.
Vandalizing the floor?
I think you have. That's another charge.
Yeah.
The DA needs to be paying attention to us.
For disrupting a
it's
event?
Criminal trespass.
Criminal trespass?
Yes. There's our referee, John Penn, who's not pondering why a guy glued himself to the floor in New York. But we are, because that's what you do in a 40-minute weather delay. And they're the Cardinal fans who've made their way back out onto the field. And you know what every one of them is thinking? Let's hurry up and play football.
It's neon themed tonight.
Yeah?
So if you see the student section, they're all sorts of yellow and orange and pink vibrant colors.
So everybody dressed like a kicker's shoes?
Exactly. And speaking of kicker shoes, last week we had a very important question.
Yes, you had a theory.
I had a theory.
All right.
Because our man, Sham McGregor, he was not wearing bright orange shoes last week.
On the road.
But I saw him at warm-ups, and he was wearing them.
So you think these are the home shoes?
Maybe they can't travel. Maybe it's only bright orange for home. So I guess we'll have to test it out next week to see if it's
on the road in Crandall. That's right. All right, let's play football. 1st and 10 Cardinals at the 42-yard line after a 45-minute weather delay. Hand the ball off going right. Give it to Nate Adejokin, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 5 as the clock is rolling. 3.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Cardinals leading 17-7. And after a lengthy delay and a warm-up period, here's a 2nd down and 5. Ham's going to give the ball back to Adejokin again, straight up the middle. Tough run, drags the pile. into Bulldog territory, down to the 38-yard line. First down, Cardinals. And ladies and gentlemen, it is very good news that we are playing football tonight. We didn't want this game to be canceled or delayed until tomorrow. So please, God, no more lightning tonight. First down, Cardinals at the Bulldog 38-yard line. Trevor now has Connor Betts next to him at the running back spot. And a first down play for your Cardinals offense. Two receivers right, one left. Hand the ball to Betts going right, and he'll pick up 4 yards on the carry. 2:40 to go in this first half. Clock is rolling. 17-7 is our. Cardinals have all 3 timeouts. They're not in hurry-up mode at this time. Checking into the game right now.
Luke Damel.
For the Cardinals, his senior lineman, Luke Damel, right there at the center spot, number 50. Second down, 7 coming up. And after a long delay, there's just not a lot of pep in the step right now here. Let's see if we can get this going. 2nd and 7. Ham takes the snap and gives it to Betts going right. And he'll take it to the 31-yard line, which will bring up a 3rd down and 3 as we're about to hit the 2-minute mark. And here comes 3rd down and 3 and the jumbo package. That means checking into the game for the Cardinals at the fullback spot is Colin Craig. Gunnar Wilson at the power I, and the tailback is Peanut, D.K. Abrams. And before the Cardinals run power I with a quarterback under center, Coach Petrov and the Bulldogs will call timeout. So, 1:42 to go until halftime. Cardinals leading 17-7.
Jacob Wasserman has also been playing a lot of offensive line tonight for the Cardinals. It's understandable that Coach Petrov would want to call timeout there because so far we are 3 games in and I have not seen a team find an answer to stop Mr. Abrams on the rush game. So I would say that's a very justifiable timeout.
Yeah, you don't know what they're going to do in that power I formation because it's not the normal way the Cardinals run their offense. So Coach Petrov smartly calls timeout, his 2nd of the half, to try to set up what his defense is going to do in response to this situation. So after the offensive timeout, 3rd down and 3 for the Cardinals. Power I left in this case. Reverse out, hand the ball to the tailback, Peanut, and he's going to drag the pile for a first down.
Luke Damel was also in that play at offensive line. Now here comes back the regular Melissa offense. Cody Scanlon, Lincoln Dunn, Carson Maynard, and Connor Betts is in that running back right now.
First down at the 26-yard line. 90 seconds to go in the half. Cardinals clock is rolling and they're not in a hurry at this time. Wing left is Jackson Ford. Ham in the shotgun. First down and 10. High snap. Give it to Betts, and he's going to run the football to the 20-yard line. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Clock is rolling, approaching 1 minute to go. Cardinals will be kicking a field goal, should they need to, into the wind tonight.
Both of the Cardinals kickers have plenty of leg room from this distance.
Field goal from here would be about 37. Trips left. Trevor throws it left. It's completed left to the 16-yard line. And that's going to be enough for the first down. They'll stop the clock with 42 seconds on the clock. And we will have another first down play. But Coach Nally's going to call his first timeout of the half with 42 seconds on the clock. Again, field goal from here. Now that they have another first down is well within the range of either kicker, even going into the win. thanks again for emailing in tonight. Let us know you're out there. We're going to tell you who we think the longest distance viewer winner is going to be, because it's hard to beat this one. Even if you're from Nova Scotia, Canada, it's hard to beat this, but we'll let you know as we get further along. This is Trey Graham, Ross Graham, joining you on the Melissa Cardinals Network. John Graham is here, pushing buttons back there, keeping stats for us. Andy Graham is here as well, helping out with the broadcast. And the Cardinals have just called their first timeout of the ball game. Cardinals have an amazing stat I'm about to share with you after this play. First down 10, Cardinals at the Royse City 17-yard line. Twins right stack to the wide side. Betts next to Ham. They throw it out in the flats to Betts, wide open at the 10. Makes a man miss. Keeps his feet in bounds. Touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Connor Betts. Touchdown pass from Ham to Betts from 16 yards out. And the Cardinals now lead 23-7.
On that play, the Royse City, both of their outside backers came blitzing at Trevor. He was able to get the pass off in time, and no Royse City Bulldog picked up Connor, who was wide open on the left side. His first touchdown of the year.
In the swinging gate play, they're going to pitch it out to Gunnar Wilson, who will take the pitch from the holder. Carson Maynard, 2-point play is good. There is a flag on the play. And that is a defensive penalty, declined. 2 points is good. Cardinals lead 25-7.
Royse City lined up in the neutral zone.
That's correct.
Neutral zone on that last play. But
Cardinals are trying to score in every way possible. They have a touchdown.
Safety.
They have 2 safeties. They have a kicked PAT. They have a missed PAT. And they have 2-point play conversions. All they're missing is a field goal for the cycle.
Unless you want a different, because they had a rushing and passing touchdown.
Sure,
yes. Yeah,
sure.
so
They're going for the cycle.
Yeah.
We may have to tell the boys next door, to kick a field goal just so we can claim that we have a cycle here. Okay, I told you an amazing stat. At this point in time, with 30 seconds to go in the second quarter, total yards. Melissa, 244. Royse City, 14.
Wow. 14 yards in one half is pretty good. I told the audience that Cardinals defense needs to control the line of scrimmage. I would say 14
I would
yards.
say that's a good job.
I would say it's pretty good.
Nice job by you. Yeah. All right, 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. Cardinals lead 25-7. They're going to kick the football off right now. And it's going to be a deep kick into the wind, taken at the 6-yard line, out the hash 10-yard line at the 20, trying to turn the corner, showing some speed, and pushed out of bounds by Carson Maynard at the 29. And the Bulldogs have 1 timeout and 28 seconds to add to their 14 yards of total offense. And that would be 11 yards on the ground and 3 yards through the air. That's a pretty dominating defensive performance. Here comes the Bulldogs. Let's see what they choose to do in the final 28 seconds. Shotgun snap, rolling left, square your shoulders, and get sacked. That was Solomon and Gunnar Wilson on the sack. Now, Coach Nally has 2 timeouts left. Coach Petrov has 1. Let's see if anybody chooses to use a timeout, as we're at the last 7 seconds of this half. And the clock expires. So, our halftime score, Melissa 25, Royse City Bulldogs 7. You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. Trey Graham, Ross Graham. After a 45 to 50 minute weather delay, now we're going to find out from the officials what the decision is about halftime. Coach Nally is going out there at this time to talk to our referee, Mr. Penn. And we'll try to get you the answer as soon as we know. Third quarter is going to begin with 12 minutes on the clock. And
test 1, 2. Test. Test 1, 2. Test.
Mr. Glenn, the referee, checking his microphone there. And we are going to go straight into the third quarter. As we predicted that might happen, there will not be a 28-minute halftime because he had a 45-minute weather delay. The third quarter will begin right away. So put 12 minutes on the clock, and Royse City won the opening coin toss and chose to receive in the first half. So the Cardinals will choose to receive here in the second half. And the Cardinals offense, they just had a touchdown pass from Ham to Betts way back in the second quarter, which was like 5 minutes ago, are going to get the football here on the first drive of the third quarter. Thanks to those who are emailing in, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We always love to hear from you. You are joining us, Trey Graham and Ross Graham, on the Melissa Cardinals Network. The Bulldogs kicker, Cooper Crawford, will put the ball on his 40-yard line. He's kicking off to begin the third quarter, which happens immediately after the second quarter tonight with the wind at his back. And the ball's on the tee, the ball's in the air. It's going to be a decent length taken by Lincoln Dunn at his own 7-yard line, up the hash at the 10, at the 20. Makes a man miss. He's out past the 30-yard line and out of bounds. And it's going to be first down, Cardinals. And Cardinal fans thought he was tackled out of the field of play, but no yellow hanky on the field. And the Cardinals will take over at their own 34-yard line. Jeremy, Jacob, and Ginger check in from Hutchins Plumbing and AC, saying go Cardinals. So thank you very much. Here comes a first down and 10 Cardinals. Third quarter underway. One receiver left, two right, and the Cardinals are going to be called for a false start penalty.
Melissa hasn't had any false starts yet, I don't think.
False start, number 70, Melissa, 5 yards, first down.
We have our friends Shabeg and Shabazz Singh, who are going to be playing Denison tomorrow. And they lived here in Melissa, playing in various sports. So hello to Shabeg and Shabazz for watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. After the 5-yard penalty, it is first down and 15 for the Cardinals offense. Trevor Ham takes the snap, has time, throws it deep down the seam, intended for Lincoln Dunn, comes back and makes the catch, and he'll take it all the way into Bulldog territory. He will be taken down at the 36-yard line. That is a 35-yard throw and catch.
That was a great route by Lincoln Dunn. What the Coach Hamilton and the receiving coach and the receiving staff will tell you is on those choice routes, by the time you're 10 yards downfield, you're going to look at the defensive back's hips. You're going to look for the open grass. In that case, Lincoln was open. The ball was slightly underthrown, but it was still a great catch, great throw, huge gain for the Cardinals.
On the 1st and 10 play, handoff to Adejokin, who will pick up about 2 on that carry. We're approaching the 11-minute mark in the third quarter because halftime was the blink of an eye after the long weather delay. Second down, long 8. Throw it out to the right side to the big fella, Jackson Ford. And he's going to have the first down at the 22-yard line. Now, he's committed to University of Oregon. Are they planning for him to play tight end or defensive end?
He is officially committed as a tight end.
Okay. but he's outstanding player on both sides of the football. Trips left in a stack, throwing it left, and it's going to be incomplete pass. Lincoln Dunn couldn't bring that one in. Incomplete. Makes it 2nd down and 10. Neil and Aaron Good checking in all the way from their couch in Melissa, Texas. A shout out to their son Camden in the mighty Cardinal band. So thank you to Neil and Aaron Good. They shall also not be the longest distance viewer winner tonight. 2nd down and 10. Hand the ball to Adejokin, and he goes nowhere on that carry, which is going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Cardinals offense. 10.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Cardinals with the football to start this 3rd stanza. They lead 25-7. In the first half, the Cardinals defense held Royse City to 14 total yards. Here comes a 3rd down, we'll call it 9 play. Quickly throw it to the left seam to Jackson Ford, who will take it to the 16-yard line, which will bring up 4th down and 3. Let's see if Coach Nally sends in the field goal team for the cycle. Not so much. 5 wide.
I don't think it will happen, no.
Well, I know they're busy over there, but I guess they're not listening to us right now.
Yeah.
Trips right, Twins left. 5 receivers, no backs. It's 4th down, a long 3. Trevor Ham calls the play. Ball's at the 16-yard line of the Bulldogs. Clock rolling, 9.5 minutes to go. Ham looks left, throws it into the end zone. It's going to be an incomplete pass.
Intended for Carson Maynard. Another great coverage there by Cordarian Powell, the Bulldogs' best defensive back.
Incomplete pass. Ball goes over on downs, and the Cardinals' defense will come back out. And ball will be spotted at the 16 of the Bulldogs, their first possession of the 3rd quarter. 9:18 on the 3rd quarter clock. Cardinals leading 25-7. And they put the ball on the ground, and their quarterback, Oliver, has to fall on it. This time he is in the field of play. He's had to fall on it twice tonight on the bad snaps in the end zone. The Cardinals have 2 safeties tonight. This one will take him back to his own 9-yard line. He's in the shotgun, another high snap. He gets it down, hands the ball off, and they're going to pick up none yards on the play. Bringing up 3rd down and long for the Bulldogs. And I told you, after the weather delay, and everybody had to sit around for so long, it's just not a lot of pep in the step. Not a lot of excitement on the field or in the game, in the stands tonight. 3rd down, 16 for the Cardinals D, trying to get a stop there. There's the snap, taken, and they're going to run the football until Gunnar Wilson shuts it down at the 20-yard line, which will make it 4th down and 6. And we'll just hear what Coach David Petroff chooses, and he's going to send in his punt team. And Lincoln Dunn will go back deep for the Cardinals. Under 8 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Cardinals offense about to get the football for the 2nd time in the 3rd stanza. And Crawford will punt the football away. It's a good snap for him, and it's going to be a good kick. And Lincoln Dunn takes it at his 39-yard line, and the man grabs his shoelaces. He gets out of that, makes another man miss, turns the corner at the 50, at the Bulldog 40, and pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Good punt return. Great speed from Lincoln Dunn. We've talked about this before. Remind us, a year ago, the 4x100 track team relay state champions.
Yes, that team consisted of Clark Packer, was the opening leg, who's not Cardinal anymore, graduated last year. They had Lincoln Dunn, they had Nathan Adejokin, and then they had Jacob Fields.
And they won the 4x100 state championship at the UIL state track meet. And Lincoln Dunn and Nate Adejokin are still playing for your Cardinals. First down 10, Melissa at the 30 of the Bulldogs. Ham, straight drop back. One-man route down the left sideline is going to be an intended for Cody Scanlon. Incomplete pass. And a little bit of contact, no flag. Second down and 10.
And on that punt return, it was a very good downfield return block by Landon Brando. A very good block, setting up the edge for the left side for Lincoln to come back around the corner. So great blocking by the Cardinals on that return, allowing him to gain an extra 30 yards.
Ball's on the left hash. 2 receivers to each side in a stack formation. And they're going to give it to Adejokin over the left side, and he'll pick up about 3 on the play as we're approaching the 7-minute mark, third quarter. Now they're going to give him a short spot. We'll call it a gain of 2, 3rd and 8. Under 7 minutes on the clock. Shall I say again, not a lot of energy on the field. Trips right, 1 receiver left. Ham gives it to Adejokin, and he pulls the pile forward. Tough run by Nate to the 19-yard line, first down Cardinals. Again, they're in field goal territory, should the need arise, as we come to 6.5 minutes to go, third quarter.
Tyler Montgomery and Jacob Nye are the wide receivers to the near sideline, now joined by Carson Maynard. Jackson Ford is split up top as a lone receiver.
Adejokin in the backfield, that senior running back, leading rusher on the season. Came into the game with 331 yards in 2 games. He'll take this handoff on first down and pick up 2 more yards. Nate ran for 231 against Argyle and 100 yards against China Spring. And he has 115 yards on the ground so far tonight. He set his goal to be a 2,000-yard rusher. He's well on his way. Second down, 8. Peanuts in the game. Fake it to him. Ham's going to throw the football. Has a lot of time. Post route to Carson Maynard. Incomplete pass. And that will bring up third down and 8. Double coverage on Maynard. He did have 3 touchdown receptions last week. He had 18 a year ago. Ham threw it to Maynard on that play. Those were 2 of the seniors that were honored during senior night tonight. And as we told you earlier, the exciting news, one of the Cardinal seniors made his college commitment tonight. Nigel Smith going to play for Boomer Sooner at OU. Here's a 3rd and 8. Peanut's going to take the handoff out of the shotgun, make a man miss. 10, 5, touchdown Cardinals, touchdown DK Abrams, touchdown Peanut from 17 yards out. And the Cardinals are starting to lay it down on the Bulldogs. They lead 31-7.
That was a formation we have not seen yet from the Melissa Cardinals this year. They had 2 H-backs in the game. They had Jackson Ford on the left and had Luke Damel checked in at H-back on the right side. And then they handed the ball off, draw play. DK took it to left, got a great downfield block by the receiver, then it walked in for a touchdown.
The PAT by Sham McGregor is up and good. Cardinals lead 32-7. 5.5 minutes to go until the end of the third quarter. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham joining you on the Melissa Cardinals Network. We all were here together and endured the 45-minute weather delay, and we're so glad we're back in action tonight here on this broadcast.
That replay was brought to us by Maria's Mexican Restaurant.
And Ross, you haven't been to Maria's since?
A few days ago.
Yeah, Tuesday we were there.
Tuesday we were there.
The Graham family enjoying their outing at Maria's Mexican Restaurant. Thank them for bringing us our replay, and dinner was pretty good on Tuesday as well.
And there's that neon student section I was mentioning earlier.
There it is, just as you promised.
Lots of construction vests.
That is one way to accomplish the neon goal. Martin Rodriguez in Mansfield, Texas. Shout out to my niece, Gabby Keeler, one of the field trainers tonight, and a standout on the varsity softball team. So hello to Gabby, and thank you, Martin, for listening. The kickoff will be taken by the Bulldogs to the right side. They've got a seam at the 30, at the 40, past the 50-yard line, and into Cardinal territory. That was Powell on the return. And getting in on that stop, one of the Cardinals on the tackle was the kicker, Nicholas Hernandez, on that stop. And the Bulldogs have good field position at the Cardinal 45, where their offense will take over, trailing 32-7.
That was the most explosive play for the Bulldogs all night. They found a seam and brought it all the way to the other side of the 50.
Cardinals looking to go 3-0 in the last non-district game of the year. Hand the ball off, going left, and chased down from behind. That's Gunnar Wilson on the tackle. Nice job for the Cardinals. The carry for the Bulldogs by Tyreek Kraft. And not sure how that young man says that name. Croft, I suppose. Loss of 2 yards, 2nd and 12.
Gunnar timed that snap perfectly, so had Oliver kept the snap himself, he would have been sacked for a large loss as well.
Snap is back, throw it out to the right side, and throwing it to nobody. The intended receiver there was Tyreek again. However, quarterback just missed him. Chase Oliver not able to connect. So it's 3rd down 12, 4:44 on the third quarter clock. Cardinals lead 32-7. Cardinals defense trying to step up here. Snap is back. Oliver's going to run quarterback draw, and he's going to lose yardage. Tackle for the Cardinals there by Hudson Zufeld. 4th and 14 coming up. Cardinals with a big lead are about to get the football back. And Coach Petroff sends out the punt game, meaning Lincoln Dunn will have a chance for another punt return. After the punt, Ross. Now, it's risky to give out awards early. You know that, right?
That's true.
Because somebody could come in and win later. All right, the punt is away from Crawford, and Lincoln Dunn's going to let it bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Cardinals will have a long field ahead of them. So it's always dangerous to give out awards too early because somebody might come in and beat our longest distance viewer award. However, I'm not very worried.
Okay.
Because the people in Florida, they're far away. Oregon, state of Washington, North Carolina. We've got California tonight. We've got people in Canada tonight. However, our friend Julius Ray is watching us tonight in Zimbabwe, Africa. And I'm pretty sure you ain't going to beat that one.
What time is it in Zimbabwe?
I think it's tomorrow.
I don't think it's tonight anymore.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. All right, Ham on first down is going to throw it. A little wide receiver screen to Lincoln Dunn, who's been busy tonight. And he'll take it out to the 15, gain of 6. So Julius Ray, our friend in Zimbabwe, Africa, thank you so much for joining us on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Little Saturday morning football for our friends in Zimbabwe. 2nd down and 4. Ham in the shotgun, and he's going to hand the ball off to Nate Adejokin. And he picks up a couple yards. We'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Approaching the 3-minute mark here in the 3rd stanza. Luke Damel checks in, as he said, maybe he's going to go to that other wingback spot, and he does. 2 split receivers, 2 wingbacks, I formation with a running back. And they throw it out to Lincoln Dunn. Again, he's been busy, and he dives forward to the 22-yard line for a 1st down. Now Lincoln Dunn, Ross is trying to win the offensive player of the game so far.
And a punt returning player of the game. Punt returner of the game. I mean, I guess if you're the only punt returner.
I was going to say you're the best out of the one.
That's true.
Yeah,
But
you're still number one.
Still number one.
Okay. First down, 10 Cardinals at the 21-yard line. Trips left to the wide side. And give it to Adejokin. Makes a man miss in the hole. Tough run. Dives forward to the 28-yard line. We'll make it second down and 7. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Okay. Illegal substitution. Defense. Penalty declined.
We heard from Mr. Penn, our referee. Cardinals have Austin Gooseby checked in at one of the wide receiver spots. Sophomore number 84, one of the Cardinals' best basketball players.
And that replay was also brought by Maria's Mexican Restaurant.
2 receivers left on second down and 3. Connor Betts takes the handoff, and he's going to push the pile to the 33, first down. Austin Gooseby, of course, younger brother of Trevor Gooseby.
Have you happened to look at the depth chart for Mr. Gooseby at UT?
No, I have not.
He is the second. He's the second left tackle on the depth chart.
Pretty good for a true freshman. Playing Roll Tide tomorrow are the Orange people. First and 10. Ham's going to pump fake, pull the ball down, and discretion is the better part of valor. Goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And pickup of 2 on the play. We do wish the best for Mr. Gooseby down there wearing the orange bloods. Texas Longhorns offensive tackle, Melissa High School graduates, who just might be watching tonight. You don't even know. It's true. Trips left, 1 right on 2nd and 8. Fake it to Betts, throw it out, and complete the pass to Jacob Nye, who has a touchdown catch earlier in the game. And he'll go out of bounds at the 41-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 2 as we have 1 minute remaining in the third stanza. Cardinals leading 32-7. We're thankful to be playing football right now after that lengthy lightning delay. 3rd down and 2. Jackson Ford goes in motion, and Nate Adejokin runs right behind the Jackson Ford block and gets a first down out to the 50-yard line. 9 yards on that carry. The mighty Cardinal band is still here, and the Bulldog band is still here, but we did not get to see their performances tonight due to the halftime change. Post route to Nye, throw it up and makes a nice grab, goes up and makes a catch with his hands. As coaches like to say, high point the football. Pass that football from Ham to Nye. First down Cardinals at the 15 of the Bulldogs. As the third quarter ends.
That's the end of the third quarter.
As I just told you, Mr. Penn says it too. Third quarter is over. 3 stanzas in the books. Your Cardinals lead 32-7. Trying to go to 3-0 on the year and maintain their ranking as the #1 team in Texas Class 5A Division II. I've said it before, but the real season begins next week. This is the 3rd and final non-district game. Non-district games have nothing to do with your playoff seeding. You can win them all or lose them all, and it has nothing to do with your playoff seeding. But your district games are what matters. There are 8 teams in our district. That's why we're playing 7 district games. The top 4 teams out of each district make the playoffs. You'll remember a year ago, it was the Cardinals and Lovejoy in the regular season finale for a district championship, and the Cardinals came out victorious. It could be the same this year because Lovejoy's really good. Cardinals beat Argyle a week ago, or 2 weeks ago that is, in the first game of the year. Lovejoy beat Argyle in the second game of the year. So we may have a district championship matchup in the regular season finale this year, but the regular season gets underway next week. Cardinals go play at Crandall, and we invite you to be by the channel. We invite you and your family to join us this Sunday morning at First Melissa, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more.
Have you seen the China Spring score for tonight?
I have not, sir. Tell me after this play. 1st and 10, Cardinals from the 15-yard line. Give it to Nathan Adejokin, and he makes a man miss, makes another cut. Tough run to the 9-yard line. Who are they playing?
Mexico Black Cats.
Mahia.
Mahia?
Come on, son.
Okay, well,
you are from Texas.
That's true. That's not bad.
Mahia.
Mahia. Okay. I've never heard. Where are they? Where's that city?
It's kind of down south. Austin, Waco, down there.
Well, Mahia Black Cats.
Yeah.
69-27.
China Spring
50
winning.
seconds left. Yes.
Okay. Well, Mahia's not as good as Melissa, I guess.
True.
2nd and 3, which I probably could have told you before the score. Hand the ball to, fake it to Adejokin, throw it to Lincoln Dunn. Touchdown, Cardinals. 9 yards out. Lincoln Dunn trying to win the offensive player of the game, and he has a touchdown catch from Trevor Ham from 9 yards out, and the Cardinals lead 38-7. So China Spring beating down Mahia tonight after the Cardinals put 63 on them a week ago.
Yes. I believe the Argyle game is still delayed, or at least the score hasn't been updated yet.
Sham McGregor with the glow-in-the-dark shoes. The lefty, his PAT is up and good. Cardinals lead 39-7. Remember, they've scored by a touchdown, a kicked extra point, a 2-point play, and 2 safeties. They're still lacking the field goal for the cycle that I'm still hoping for.
That extra point was brought to us by Hollis Texas Style Barbecue, as all of our extra points have been this year.
Thank you to Hollis, another one of our great sponsors here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. There's a replay. Ham squares his shoulders, sets his feet, throws a nice ball to number 1, Lincoln Dunn. And the golf cart guy sponsors that replay, so thank you to the golf cart guy. .11:22 to go in the ball game. Cardinals are 2-0, trying to finish 3-0 in the non-district schedule. Last season in 2022, the Cardinals started 0-2. In 2021, they started 0-2. In the year 2020, they started 5-0. And one of those wins was that COVID forfeit by Paris that I told you about. Nice kickoff down to the 3-yard line, out past the 10 on the return, and going out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Nice job for the Cardinals kicker there. That was Hernandez on that kick, and we do have a flag on the play.
It's going to be a block in the back against the Bulldogs, at least it should be. Should bring them back a few more yards.
Ross, you've been coming to these ball games with me for most of your life. So you are well aware that we sometimes call these penalties and then we wait for the officials to see if they agree with us.
That's true.
Because we're guilty of doing the same thing. As the play-by-play announcer for Melissa Cardinals baseball, I was always guilty of calling the balls and strikes before the umpire does. And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against the Cardinals. Thus the danger of the early call. I'm sure there was a block in the back somewhere down there, and I'm sure you saw it, but the men in the stripes decided to call this one the other way.
On kick coverage, though.
It's often a block in the back.
In return, illegal block in the back. Royse City, 10-yard penalty.
There we go.
Hey, Ross
After
Graham.
the play, we had unsportsmanlike conduct.
You were correct.
Melissa, number 4. We'll go 15 yards from that spot. First down, Royse City.
So do you go -10 plus 15?
No, when you have a live ball penalty, now our official isn't in here, but I'll have to do it for him. When you have a live ball penalty and a dead ball penalty on the same play, the only one enforced is the dead ball penalty. So that takes it from the 14 to the 29-yard line when you add 15 for the penalty. Hand the ball off going left are the Bulldogs. That carries by Anderson. And he'll take it to the 35-yard line. So you were correct, son.
Thank you.
Block in the back was indeed called.
Jared Petusik and Ollie Vincent on that tackle.
2nd down and 4. Bulldogs, who are not in hurry-up mode, trailing by 32 points in the final stanza. Trips left, and they're going to hand the ball going right. And a nice tackle there for the Cardinals by Jared Petusik. And it's a loss of yardage. We'll bring up 3rd and 4 from, well, set the down marker, please. We'll go with 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 from the 37-yard line. Jace Oliver, junior number 5, has gone all the way at quarterback for the Bulldogs. He's in the shotgun now on 3rd and 2. And the ball going left and stringing that play out. Cardinals defense, Brennan Anderson was the ball carrier. And we have a yellow flag. Stops the clock with just more than 10 minutes to go in the game. Ross Graham, you need to begin your deliberations for our offensive and defensive players of the game.
Got personal foul, face mask. Melissa, 15 yards, automatic. First down.
As referee Penn tells us, 15 more. 2 personal fouls on this drive against the Cardinals. And that will give Royse City great field position on the Cardinal 48-yard line. Under 10 minutes to go. Throw the ball out. Does Oliver to the left side. It'll be a short gain on 1st down. And a nice tackle there for the Cardinals by Christian Turner. Looks like Jackson Ford was in on that as well. 2nd down, 7 coming up.
Mr. Turner moved here from McKinney Boyd last year. He was McKinney Boyd Bronco last year.
Is that what they are?
I believe so. Because we have the Bronco relays hosted by
That's
McKinney
what they
Boyd.
are. All right, hand the ball off to the Bulldogs, and they'll pick up another short gain. It's going to be 3rd down, about 5.
Micah Finan on that tackle.
9.5 minutes. Everybody's happy to see the clock rolling as we're playing here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium.
See, there's Mr. Ford there at defensive end, as you had mentioned. And Perel Stevens is also in at nose guard. So, tight end commit, Division I tight end also playing defensive end.
Rolling left, Oliver, the quarterback for the Bulldogs, keeps it himself to the 40-yard line. It'll be 4th and short.
I'd just say Pac-12 tight end. But
well,
by the time he gets there, is
for him.
What's that? Are they in the? What are they in now? Are they in the ACC?
Big 10.
Big 10.
The Big 10. Well,
the Big 10,
18,
not 10.
I think the Big
not 10.
The Big 18. 4th and 1, and the Bulldogs are going to go for it, hand the ball off, and they will pick up a 1st down. Anderson, who's been their best rusher tonight, picks up a new set of downs for the Bulldogs.
Rocky Dunn at that tackle from the safety spot.
Cardinals now have 420 total yards on offense. And Royse City had 14, but they lost yardage, so they went back down. It appears they're back up to 17 total yards. First down, Bulldogs at the 36 of the Cardinals. Everybody's happy. The clock is rolling. 8:20 and counting. Bulldogs not in a hurry. And Oliver stands in the shotgun. Pro right, split left. And he looks left, and he's going to step up and throw the ball over the head of everyone. Incomplete pass. We do want to thank the great folks at the Melissa Education Foundation and all of our wonderful sponsors. You see that montage of Melissa Cardinals sponsors and Melissa Education Foundation sponsors. Lots of great folks all over this wonderful city supporting Melissa High School students and Melissa ISD students of all ages. So thanks to all those folks. 2nd down and 10. Hand the ball off going right. That was Austin Reynolds, the carrier. and will bring up 3rd down and 7.
That was Logan Diamore on that tackle.
7:50 to go in the ball game. Ross Graham and John Graham, I think you've begun your deliberations, but it's not yet time to announce. But how are they coming?
They're going well.
Okay.
One of them is done.
One of them's done. All right, 3rd and 7. And Oliver, the quarterback, is going to keep it and pick up a single yard. 4th down coming for the Bulldogs. 7.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Cardinals leading 39-7.
Luke Damos checked in at the defensive line. Orrin Abel was just in on that last play.
Trevor Ham has 3 touchdown passes tonight. One to Lincoln Dunn, one to Jacob Nye, one to Connor Betts. Oliver rolls left and again throws it over the head of everybody. Incomplete pass. And the ball goes over on downs. Trevor Ham, 18 of 30 passing, 194 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. Nate Adejokin, another great game. 24 carries, 137 yards, and a touchdown. And we're going to have a bunch of substitutions on this offensive drive for the Cardinals, beginning with 7:10 to go in the game. And at the quarterback spot for the Cardinals,
Tate Kirk.
Number 15, the junior, comes in. At the running back spot is senior Bishop Curry. Tyler Montgomery is in at a receiver spot. So is Austin Gooseby.
Cody Scanlon's also in the game.
Reese Carter is checked in at left tackle. Snap back to Tate Kirk and give it to Curry. And on 2nd down and 9, he'll pick up about 5 yards on the play.
AJ Cole has also checked in. Alejandro Luna. Elijah Almazan has checked in, as well as Peyton Porter.
Lots of Cardinals getting playing time tonight.
Jake McDowell at offensive line.
3rd down 4 coming up. Cardinals letting that play clock roll down. Third down and 4. Snap is to Kirk, who throws a strike on the slant route. Caught there by Montgomery. 1st down, Cardinals. But we have a flag on the play. And it's going to be an illegal shift against the Cardinals, so erase that 1st down. And it's going to bring up 3rd and long.
A little shift. Number 11, Melissa, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
Back him up 5 yards. We'll make it 3rd down and 9. 5.5 minutes to go in a big Cardinals lead tonight. Tate Kirk in the game at the quarterback spot. Calls the play. 3rd down, 9 coming up. 2 receivers left, 1 right. And the Cardinals are going to roll left. Kirk is, and throws it to Austin Gooseby through his hands, incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down, 9. Here comes the punt game. Here comes the punter, Peanut. And I think after the punt, it'll be time to name our offensive player of the game.
Yes.
You guys ready to go?
We are.
All right. Clock stopped. 5:20 to go in the game. On the incomplete pass, here comes D.K. Abrams. You know him as Peanut. Good snap. No rush. Good kick. Fair caught by the Bulldogs at their 33-yard line. They'll take over trailing 39-7. We do invite you to join us on Monday nights at the Dugout Sports Grill at the Z-Plex every Monday night, 5:30 p.m. Join us for dinner. We record the Cardinal Scoreboard Show. Coach Matt Nally and I will be there along with our players of the game every Monday night, 5:30 p.m. And make sure you subscribe to Melissa ISD on YouTube and watch the Cardinal Scoreboard Show every week so you can get the inside scoop on your favorite team. And this week we are announcing our offensive player of the game will be
Lincoln Dunn.
Lincoln Dunn.
9 catches for 83 yards and a touchdown.
Ball's on the ground on first down for the Bulldogs. There's a scramble, and the Bulldogs were able to fall on that one. They'll keep possession. So congratulations to Lincoln Dunn, Cardinals' talented senior, number 1, our offensive player of the game. He's got a lot of fans listening and watching tonight. They'll be happy to hear that. Congratulations to our offensive player of the game. Loss of 5. They're going to throw the football. Bulldogs have checked a new quarterback into the game as well. That was Drake McIver, and he threw a nice ball downfield in and out of the arms of his intended receiver. Incomplete pass, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 15. Through the go route, and it was a good ball, but Bulldogs number 0, Kenny Abrema, couldn't bring that one in. Deliberations are still underway for the defensive player of the game. We will let you know. Pro right split left on 3rd and 15, and the Bulldogs have a trouble in the backfield. They run into one another, and they're going to fall forward. McIver had trouble with the handoff. It's going to make it 4th and long for Royse City, and they're going to punt the football away. And in comes number 37, Cooper Crawford, who's handled the kicking and punting duties for the visiting team tonight. We're approaching 4 minutes left. Cardinals lead 39-7. And we're going to have a different punt returner in the game for the Cardinals. Crawford will punt the football away for the Bulldogs, who are letting the play clock roll down.
That's Tyler Montgomery back deep to receive the punt.
Another high snap, and Crawford gets it away, and then he's going to be roughed. So the ball will roll harmlessly dead, and the Bulldogs will down it at the Cardinal 37-yard line.
Roughing the kicker, Melissa.
So the Cardinals are going to be called for another 15-yard penalty for roughing the kicker. That will give the Bulldogs a new set of downs. And Royse City will keep the football with 3:40 to go in the ball game. Cardinals defense will come back out on the field, and another bunch of substitutions for the Cardinals out there on the defensive side.
Miles O'Neill, Antonio Sparks have both checked in. Antoine Dillon has checked in. Logan Diamore, Luke Damel, Jordan Hernandez, Landon Brando is still in. Tate Kirk is playing safety with Brando. Jumi Gatson has checked in. Romeo Garcia is in the game at the outside linebacker spot. Bishop Curry is also playing corner.
Yes, lots of players getting PT today. PT the football variety, not PT the Army variety. Hand the ball off, going left are the Bulldogs on first down after the penalty, and they'll pick up about 7 on the carry. That was Anderson with the football.
That was Landon Brando on the tackle.
How's your deliberations coming?
I've decided.
You've decided?
I have.
All right. Was it a unanimous vote?
Yes, we have decided, I should say.
It's a unanimous vote.
Yes.
All right. You and John have conferred. 2nd down 4 for the Bulldogs. Cardinals showing blitz. They're going to run the football, do the Bulldogs, and they're going to pick up a short gain on the play and on the tackle.
Jordan Hernandez.
Number 53, senior for the Cardinals. Brings up 3rd down and 2. Again, congratulations to Lincoln Dunn for being our offensive player of the game. He will be invited to join us Monday at 5:30 p.m. at the Dugout Sports Grill for the Cardinal Scoreboard Show. Here comes 3rd and 3, and they're going to throw the football, pull it down. McIver will be taken down after a single yard. It'll bring up 4th and 2.
Antoine Dillon and Romeo Garcia on that tackle.
And Coach Petroff keeps the base offense out here on 4th and 2 as we have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in a big Cardinal win tonight. And hand the ball to Anderson, and he's going to have a Bulldog first down into Cardinal territory at the 47-yard line. All right, Ross Graham, Our defensive player of the game for this victory over Royse City will be
future Oklahoma State Cowboy, Gunnar Wilson.
Congratulations to Gunnar Wilson for being our defensive player of the game. 1st and 10, and they're going to run the football until they run into Antonio Sparks, who makes a nice tackle. Short game for the Bulldogs. 100 seconds remaining in this affair. Cardinals are going to go 3-0 on the year. Finish the non-district schedule perfect and start the district schedule a week from tonight in Crandall, Texas. And before this game concludes, we're going to check the scores of our other district mates. Bulldogs run the football again as we're approaching 1:10 to go in the ball game.
Austin Reynolds is going to be tackled by Luke Dane.
3rd down, 3 coming up for the Bulldogs offense. And they're going to hand the ball to Anderson going left. And he's going to pick up a Bulldog 1st down. In our district, we told you that Princeton lost to Lake Dallas. Terrell defeats Kaufman 47-14. Greenville loses to Tyler Chapel Hill. And Crandall Pirates, our opponents next week, are having a big lead over Jacksonville, Texas tonight. 49-17 3rd quarter. Denison with a win, 21-13. And Lovejoy is leading North Crowley. They were delayed as well. They're leading Lovejoy. Lovejoy is leading, that is, 20-15 in the 3rd quarter. And Mesquite Poteet from our district takes it on the chin, loses to Forney, 53-0. The clock is stopped with 27 seconds in the game because there's a lot of extracurriculars going on the field right now. And so there's yellow hankies and the officials having a chat. Everybody's ready to get out of here, and we don't need any of the extracurriculars. Congratulations again to Lincoln Dunn for being our offensive player of the game, Gunnar Wilson for being our defensive player of the game. Make sure you follow the Melissa Cardinals Network on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to Melissa ISD on YouTube, and make sure you watch our Cardinal Scoreboard show every week. And after the officials have a chat, here comes Mr. Penn.
After the play was over, we had personal foul, 77 Royse City, personal foul, number 99 Melissa. Those fouls offset, but both players are ejected.
So, in the old days of the high school football radio business, you wouldn't tell the numbers of the players who committed penalties, but in today's technology world with our referee having a mic, you now heard it like we did. So 2 players have been, as they say, officially disqualified from this game. Clock is rolling. What could be the last play of the game. Bulldogs have a 2nd down and 10, and they're going to run the football and pick up a single yard. And the final 5 seconds are going to roll off this clock. And your final score,
that's the end of the ball game,
is Melissa Cardinals 39 and the Bulldogs of Royse City 7. Congratulations to Matt Nally, and the Bulldogs are going to go home with a loss tonight. Cardinals are going to go home with a win. They're 3-0 on the season, and they are going to go into the district schedule next week against Crandall on a roll. Cardinals scored 50 points against Argyle, 63 against China Spring, and now 39 against the Class 6A Royse City Bulldogs. Ross Graham, your final thoughts as we get ready to wrap up the non-district schedule.
Yes, for this game, I'm not sure what the final yardage was, but the Cardinals could not really have done a better job at controlling the line of scrimmage. They took advantage of the Royse City inexperience. They played overall amazingly. They didn't really have to score that many points. So some people might look at the score and say, well, Melissa didn't score as many, so they didn't play as well. Well, they didn't have to. They handled the lightning delay perfectly. They had significantly fewer false start and holding and little errors, holding penalties. That's what I was really hoping to see in this game compared to the first two games. So I think each game they've improved in one little area. They've showcased different areas of their team that they might need later on in the playoffs, such as the rushing game, the passing game, hurry-up offense, slow-down offense, jumbo packages, regular packages, I formation. So the Cardinals have showed various ways they can be successful as a team, and I think Coach Nally has prepared them as well as possible to go on the road next week to start the district play.
It's a big weekend of football. We mentioned lots of games around college football tomorrow, UT and Alabama being one of the interesting games tomorrow. Of course, the Army Black Knights are in action, 12 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Central. And we want to thank all of the great folks who bring us this broadcast.
Crosslink Construction Company. And the Dugout Sports Grill, dugoutsportsgrill.com, where we broadcast the Cardinal Scoreboard Show. George James Realty. And the LaCour Family Foundation.
Thank you to all of our great sponsors. Your Dallas Cowboys are in action on Sunday night against the Giants, so it's a big weekend of football as the NFL gets underway. And the Cardinals are going to go home tonight late after this win over Royse City. We're going to let you watch a couple of highlights from tonight's ball game. There's what we always say, a tough run by Nate Adjokin. And here is a Trevor Ham touchdown pass. Connor Betts out of the backfield. Nice throw and catch, touchdown Cardinals. Good read by the quarterback. And all of these replays are brought to you and produced by our Melissa High School AV team. There's a sack of the Bulldogs by Solomon and Wilson. Here is Lincoln Dunn on the return. One of the reasons he's our offensive player of the game. Melissa High School students, led by Randy Craman, doing a great job down there pushing the buttons and handling everything. There's another long throw downfield caught for the Cardinals by Lincoln Dunn. Here's Trevor Ham throwing a pass into the end zone. Not quite able to bring it in. Carson Maynard on that nice throw to the back corner of the end zone. More Lincoln Dunn highlights showing the great speed, reversing field. Remember, he was on that 4x100 state track team. There's some of that speed right there. Here's Peanut with his touchdown run. He's one of the leading scorers in all of the Metroplex so far this season. Fake it to Nate Adjokin, throwing it to a wide receiver who's open, and that is the aforementioned Lincoln Dunn. Well done by our Cardinals High School AV team producing our broadcast tonight. We thank our great friends at Game On Sports, our producer Craig running the show down there, Randy Craman wrangling those students down there. It's a great win for the Cardinals, and a great non-district schedule comes to an end. We thank Andy Graham and John Graham for their help tonight. We thank all of our wonderful sponsors. One more time, I'll invite you to join us at First Melissa, Sunday mornings 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Find out all the information at firstmelissa.com. Your final score, Melissa Cardinals 39, the Royse City Bulldogs 7. We'll be on the road next week. Make sure you're by the channel as the Cardinals go on the road to start the district schedule in Crandall, Texas next Friday night. Ross Graham, well done. Thank you for your great work. Congratulations to Coach Matt Nally and the Cardinals for a big victory tonight. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful weekend. This is Trey Graham saying good night from Melissa, Texas.